firefighters and first responders.
Thank you, first aid sponsors.
Thank you to our first responders.
Thank you for all the first responders for keeping our community safe.
I'd like to thank the police officers for the actions of keeping the streets safe.
Thank y'all for your service and helping out.
Thank you all for all of your effort.
Thank you, first responders, for keeping everyone safe and spreading kindness.
Thank you, responders.
I am thankful for the police and firefighters.
Thank you, first responders.
I'm here today to thank all our firefighters, EMS, and cops. Thank you for everything you do in keeping us safe.
I want to give a big thank you to all the nurses and paramedics that help us when we're in need. Thank you.
Thank you, first responders.
Thank you, cops, for keeping the road safe.
I appreciate the first responders and the firefighters.
Thank you, first responders, for keeping us safe.
Thank you for your service.
I want to give thanks to all the firefighters, police, EMS, and first responders for helping us and always keeping us safe.
Nurses, police officers, and paramedics for all the help that they've given us and the community.
Thank you to our paramedics for helping people who need to be helped.
I appreciate first responders because they keep us safe. Thank you.
Thank you, first responders, for putting all this time in to help our community better.
I would just like to say thank you for all the firefighters, and we appreciate all of the work that you do for our communities.
Thank you to all first responders for your bravery and selfless dedication in keeping us safe.
We would like to thank the sponsors of the Coaches Show, University of Arkansas at Rich Mountain, Mena Insurance, Don's Easy Pay, and Union Bank of Mena.
Mena Insurance has been serving Polk County for over 110 years. We are a full-line independent agency for all lines of insurance: auto, home, commercial, life, health, and employee benefits, as well as workers' compensation and commercial auto. We are an insurance agency, but we're in the relationship business. Go Bearcats!
We're Don's Easy Pay, located here in Mena, Arkansas, across the street from the co-op. We've been in business for 40 years. We offer name brand products, no credit check needed, rental rates to fit your budget, no long-term commitments, free product servicing during agreement, free same-day delivery and setup. We offer 90, 120, 180, and 1 year same as cash. We have competitive cash prices, and we've been family owned and operated.
Hometown banking at its best is much more than a tagline at Union Bank. It's who we are. Proud to be your hometown bank for generations, offering a variety of accounts to fit every stage of life. You'll find our logo or our team in every corner of our town because investing in our communities is what we believe in. We're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors too. With 10 locations across the Ouachitas and the River Valley too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Welcome, Bearcat fans, to the weekly Coaches Show with head coach Craig Bentley. Back in here after a bye week, and I guess the last game we would have had would obviously been over at Stigler. This week we're getting ready for that first conference game, big one against Pottsville. So it's good to be back, Coach, and glad to see you.
Yeah, good. The father-son Coaches Show here. I made sure my chair was up a little bit. All you 10 people that watch this show were mouthing me about sitting too low. So I think I'm up good enough now, ready to go and talk about some football.
It's okay to have good thick skin every once in a while.
Yeah,
everybody bring you back down to level.
Keep me humble.
Well, Coach, like I said, last time we were out on the field, it was at Stigler. Went over there, a couple hour drive, 2 hours and 15, 2 hours and a half. So decent little road trip, going and playing a good, tough team. Last year we were able to kind of beat them handily, I'd almost say. This year it was a good competitive game. First half, we leaned on Tripp a little bit, and then second half, really that offensive line got going. McClure had a really big second half. You had Ryder House with several touchdowns again. I think he had 3 total on the night.
Yep.
Defensively played really well, only gave up 2 scores, the first 2 scores of the year, really. But it was kind of fun as a fan sitting over there on the sideline to see kind of an old school game. I think we only had, 12 pass attempts. So I mean, it was definitely a run-heavy, kind of impose our will on Stigler and kind of take it to him the second half and say, hey, here we are, come get it, basically.
Yeah, and I mean, that game was everything that we anticipated it being, and really what we wanted it to be. Scheduling a team and a program like Stigler, I think they represent, and I've said it before, I think they represent the same type teams we have in our conference. So scheduling them, who's kind of a tough-nosed team, a team that's going to do a lot of similar things that we'll see, and then being on the road, playing at a tough place. It was their homecoming as well, so a lot of different things that went into it. I think that game definitely helps us going forward, getting us ready. Because I mean, just being honest, and we'll face it. I mean, D Queen was a well coached team. But they weren't up to that quality of what Stigler saw. And then Hall was pretty down. So, facing someone like Stigler, come in here and give us a good challenge before we hit conference is really the goal. And again, I think there's a lot of things we can learn from that, and a lot of things we can take from that going into conference.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was a good experience. We traveled well again, fan wise. The boys came out ready to play, I felt like.
Oh yeah.
It was just a little bit slow going. Tripp had the one stumble there in the second quarter with the pick six, kind of made the game closer than what it probably really should have been.
It was the first game where it was really truly back and forth,
Sure.
for the majority of it. And so it's one thing for our kids to go both ways, but us to be in control the whole time. It's another thing for our kids are going and playing offense and defense and special teams, because we have several of those doing all three in a back and forth game. When they're tired, when they're having to put out that extra effort, that extra physicality and all that. So again, we can practice those things, we can talk about those things, but until you get into it in the game, you really can't, get that full representation of it.
And I think, seeing their roster and size and weight of some of those kids, I think it's one of those, like, how football works. I mean, I was, 6'1", 205, things like that happen. And then they're really 185-pound kids. That was the one thing I did notice in person was they were big. They were a good-sized team.
Yeah, good-sized team and good players. I mean, their quarterback and running back were some very good players, and their coaches did a great job.
Sure.
I mean, they came out and really adjusted some of their game plan from the previous week and kind of did, I think, what they're best at with their quarterback and adjusted. They didn't throw the ball as much. They had some trouble with that in that first game, but they did what good coaches do. They figured out how to get the most out of their kids with their schemes. And so that took a little bit of time for us to adjust. And I thought Coach Arnold and those guys did a great job adjusting to that as well. So that's just the chess game, and the fun part of it is seeing what works and what doesn't work. And, it's like the old saying, you got to plan until you get, hit in the mouth, and then what you're playing. And so, the best ones adjust and coach on the fly and figure it out.
Yeah, and I think that's a deal too. Like, that's a new coach there, first year. His son was the quarterback as a sophomore, and he's going to be a problem for some people pretty quick. Good, tall, athletic kid, ran the ball extremely well, but you didn't really have a whole lot of data on the coach and how he's going to adjust. And you can talk about this, but there are so many improvements made week 1 to week 2. And especially the problem is, like I said, there's not a history with this guy at Stigler. And he made good adjustments going into the game to start off. So they were a little bit better prepared. At the same time, 29-19, you spotted them 6 points. I think it was still a pretty dominant performance.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we were in control overall. But again, they took the lead. We got put in adversity, and I'm okay with that. We're going to have to face adversity, throughout the year and overcome it. And we did. There were times when, and I was eager to see when that happened, and I was kind of glad. I was like, okay, here we go. We got some adversity. I don't want the first time we face adversity to be against Pottsville or in conference. We want to face that in non-con. Going back to that week before, again, this is, no knock on Little Rock Hall or anything like that, but we were in control of that game early and often, and our guys didn't get a lot of reps, and there wasn't a lot to be gained from that, as far as playing in the actual game. So, coming out slow was a little bit to be expected there too, and adjusting off of a team that's going to get after you, and so I thought our kids responded well. I was really proud of them. There was definitely wasn't perfect. We're still penalized way too much, and we have got to clean that up. Now, I mean, we talk about it. We hold each other accountable for it. It's stressed every single day, but we have got to be less penalized in some crucial moments of the game. We lost some short yardage situations because of it. And then we, having said all that, I was really proud that our kids overcame a lot of that and found ways to win against a good team on the road.
Sure. Yeah, I want to talk real quick and kind of highlight Coach Arnold and his defense. Coach Dover, they've done a great job all year, but Coach Arnold, they hadn't given up a touchdown until this past week, and there was one big stat that I saw, and it was 10 tackles for loss.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge deal. And I know, Coach Arnold's such an intensity guy. Most of you defensive guys are, you in the past being a DC yourself. Mm-hmm. The intensity's got to be there. Even going back to Coach Greason, who we all played for, mm-hmm. Man, that defensive guy is always just a go get it. Kids love to play for him type of guy. Coach Arnold he's definitely that. Mm-hmm, and like I said, that 10 tackles for loss, you had 2 kids have big nights doing that, was Strickland and Max Dollarhide. That's a big deal. That's a big tone setter for a game like that. But talk about a little bit about Coach Arnold and that defense.
Yeah, Coach Arnold does a great job. For me, just background there, I tell the story sometimes, but when I first walked in the door, it was pretty. There was a lot that needed to be fixed and done around there, and I walked in the weight room and it was pristine. It was taken care of. It looked great, and I wanted to know who was in charge of that. And they said it was Coach Arnold, and I thought, okay, that's one that I need to watch. He's whatever. This is something he's in charge of. At that point, he was a young coach. That was 7 years ago, and that told me a lot about him right away. My first several years back here, I was still calling defense and the defensive coordinator, and then over time. With him kind of being under me and then getting to see him grow as a coach, I started to realize too that there were things I needed to take care of better overall with the program. And now to be able to pass off the defense, it's got to be someone I trust because that's something that's close to my heart and is special to me. So Coach Arnold's that guy. I can trust him 100%. I tell you right now, I wouldn't done that for anybody. And it takes a special person for me to say, hey, I trust you calling the defense, but I trust him 120%. And if there was more than that, and he puts his time and effort into it, he's prepared. He prepares those guys in every which way you can think possible. He's went through his growth to it as well. He's had his ups and downs and really settled into being a great defensive coordinator. And he'll be a great head coach one day too. And so, he does a great job, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, I'm amongst you guys quite a bit, and he's one that I definitely really think he does a good job. They all do a good job, but I just kind of wanted to touch on that because that's a big year. I mean, they've 2 donuts to start the year, and then obviously only given up a couple this last week. The other thing I wanted to touch on is want to highlight a little bit was Dollarhide. That's a kid that's been in your program, and he's getting his turn, and man, the motor that kid has is what I notice every time that you watch him make a play.
Yeah.
But talk a little bit about Max and how he's kind of is in that spot on defense.
Strong kid, great frame. Neither him nor Tucker, we're not going to just be outsize those big tackles that they're going against. With what we do on defense, it really plays to their strengths. And I think that's something that's important that we do. We don't, we're not going to do what our coaches want to do. We're going to do what is best for our kids and what best benefits their skill set. And so what we do defensively definitely best benefits them. And Max has got a motor. He's strong. He's physical. He plays with some emotion. He makes a lot of big plays. He made that big touchdown recovery against Clinton that kind of sealed it last year. But yeah, Max has done a great job, and he's going to continue to be a big part of everything we're doing on both sides of the ball.
Sure. No, and you talk about that defense. The other side of it for Max will be Tucker, and he had a big night as well with 2 tackles for loss. But tackle-wise, there was nobody in double digits. There was a lot of guys with 7, 8, 9 tackles. And that's kind of what you want to see. You saw a good night out of your 2 middle guys.
Well, and it was, and that we didn't play a lot of snaps on defense, honestly.
Sure.
We got them off the field pretty good, and so, and of course, unfortunately, I had 2 big plays. So between getting them off the field and a couple of big plays, you didn't get a lot of snaps. The flip side of that was we ran the ball 40 times and we were able to control the clock. And so, it was. I think that was a good grinded out way to win that we can see. That's kind of where we're headed as we go.
Jumping back over to that side you just talked about offensively with 40 carries or whatever. You had McClare with a big night, 20 for 100. Ryder and Chance with a big night. The first half really you kind of leaned on Tripp.
Mm-hmm.
He had I think about 65, 70 yards in that first half on 8 or 9 carries. Definitely took the game over with long drives. Just keeping the ball on the ground. Talk about that big offensive line. I mean, you don't run for. I think y'all ran for 280.
Yeah, close to 3.
Yeah,
close to
I
3.
mean, that's a big
and,
night. That doesn't happen without a big offensive line.
No,
that's
They
doing
do
their
a great
job.
job, and Coach Lutmer's another one. We're thankful. It's hard to find an offensive line coach usually in high school football.
Good offensive line coaches.
Yeah, you've got someone that's just thrown in there having to learn offensive line, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to connect to those kids and get them rolling. And so, yeah, our offensive line has done a great job. Coach Dover's going to, we have an identity. We have what we like to do that best suits our kids, and we've kind of stuck with that. So our kids understand what our identity is, and they've done a good job opening up those lanes. And I'll tell you one thing about our backs. They are doing a great job following their pullers. We pull guys a lot, down block, and move them a lot. And so, they're not just running to run the ball. They understand where they're supposed to run, where the play is designed to go, and they're patient doing it. We're seeing really good efforts out of that from Chance and Hunter. Ryder's not having to follow a lot of people specifically. A lot of times he's getting that ball either on an option or a read, or he's that first one, that first contact and running. And so all three of our backs have just done a great job. And of course, Ryder, when he does have to cut and follow guys, has done great as well too. So yeah, good combination. We really like where we're at there. Of course, you throw Tripp in there as far as running the ball too. So it's 4 guys who can really make you pay in a lot of different ways.
Sure. Yeah, I like that comment there about Hunter. It's been fun to see his maturity.
Mm-hmm.
From sophomore to junior, he got a few carries there, but this year it's just already in 3 games that maturity of go follow that block or hit that hole the way you're supposed to. But
right.
His maturity as a runner, I think it even happened that Friday night. I mean, you could just see him getting more and more confident as y'all gave him the ball. And
yeah.
Obviously the confidence you guys had in him too.
And some nights it'll be him. Some nights it may be Chance. Of course, Ryder's going to get his touches every night too. But him and Chance back there at the tee, we really like where they're both at right now.
Pretty solid there. Well, let's look at a couple highlights from the Stigler week.
Yeah. So this is early on. This is a good play out of Tripp, making something out of nothing. We'll watch the wide version first here. It's kind of what Tripp does, and we've been thankful to have a quarterback that can make things right. And protection kind of breaks down just a bit here. Tripp's able to get out of it, and I like seeing Tyson Baber. He's another one making some big plays for us. So his hand up, he wants that ball there, and he gets up and makes a big catch. Again, this is a 3rd down situation. It's 0-0. We faltered out in our first series. So games like this go and win you games, man. And you can kind of see here, protection falters just a bit here on a blitz. A good pickup by Hunter there at the back, but Tripp's getting kind of flushed out and does a good job moving and keeping the play going. And we see it there at the end. Tyson doing a great job in a scramble drill, catching and making a big play. A good job by Ryder here and a good fake. I don't want to undercut the fake here at Hunter. Look how hard he's running right there. It really freezes up those linebackers and those safeties. And Hunter, Ryder does a good job catching that ball and then letting his momentum take him to go score. And he's not afraid of contact and churning those feet. So I think that was his dad right there too. I was just looking at the fans. That's all fired up about it. I love seeing these fans get it fired up and say, yeah, I think it's Brad right there. So
yeah.
Pretty exciting. And man, Ryder has just taken his game to the next level and been a heck of a player for us.
Touchdown machine all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then making big hits on defense.
Oh, yeah.
And all this. So
with that House last name, he's got to be able to do that.
That's right. And so here he is again, getting one of our bread and butter plays, of course, the double handoff, and again doing a good job of. We'll see the back end version of it will be a little better. Doing a good job of that play is designed to go up here. I'll pause it right here. That play is designed to go up here, and they do a good job squeezing it and closing in on it. Instead of Ryder just running in the trash. He's run it long enough. He knows to peel off. Tripp gets that little block at the end, which again, you're not going to see many quarterbacks go and try to do that. And then Ryder finds a way to get in. So just another great run and great job here. We'll get to the back.
I think that's one thing I see, Coach, a lot is the willingness for your guys to block downfield.
Mm-hmm.
Receivers, cue.
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on it, and then again, we just got some great unselfish kids, and they really want to help each other out and be a part of it. Here's Ryder making some plays on defense too. So he had 8 tackles, a lot of big plays, and getting downhill, and like you said, one of those. We get in those 1-0 or loss negative plays on defense. That really does a lot of things. Obviously, it keeps the offense back behind the chains, which means they got a lot of yards to get that first down. But also, man, it kind of gets that momentum going for us.
Sure.
Gets in their head a little bit. And
I think that's one thing y'all were able to do that Friday was keep them kind of behind the sticks.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, if we can, prevent that, prevent them getting big plays on that first or second down and put them in a little bit of a pressure situation, then that's good. So, here's I think the two guys we were talking about here, perfect timing here. Tucker and Dollarhide both getting back there unblocked and kind of choking it down, breaking it down, and making a big play. So really proud for Tucker. He was our player of the game, and he's had a great journey getting to where he is, and he's going to have a great senior year. But again, that was a second down and short. So if we do give up those shorts, right, those first down, they get a big play, second short, and we want to get back and get a play like this and put them back in those long situations. And again, great job by Tucker and Max getting back there with their speed. And making a play. Third medium situation here, and a good job by Tripp coming down and making a play. Again, not a lot of quarterbacks in 4A football that you're going to see. You'll see it in some 3A and some 2A, but 4A and up, you're not going to see a lot of quarterbacks playing, every snap, both sides, but also being willing to come down here and lay sticks. So, Tripp made a lot of good tackles, had a lot of big tackles Friday night, and he's going to continue to do that on both sides of the ball, no doubt about that. Another play from Ryder here. So a little dive here for him and just churning his feet. Good job by our line, moving and getting some movement, getting people standing straight up, and good job not being denied.
Sure.
More or less.
Yeah, when you get down there, you got to get pay dirt. I mean, it's hard to win tight ball games kicking field goals.
Yeah. There's Dollarhide again, another good play. Again, we talked about him earlier, and just a good patient play, getting hands here on this guy and then choking it down, slowing it, staying square, and understanding his assignment. I think it was very important. So really heads up play. Max is a really smart kid.
Yeah.
And so just understanding what his assignment was and getting down there and making plays.
That's a play where it looks like his length kind of helps him a little bit.
Yeah, big play of the game here, right here. This one kind of, was able to give us the lead here and kind of put us in control. We're up here 22-19, but it's still a pretty back and forth game early on, and you can see it's the fourth quarter, and so we're 10 minutes left in the game, and this one kind of did the seal for us. But a great job here by Ryder and Tripp, our offensive line and backs, getting in here and making this play happen. This is just a midline read, which is a double option between the fullback and the quarterback. And then Hunter does a good job getting the lead. You see Tripp holding his back right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our guys are taught to do. Literally grab the back of the guy you're following and follow him. Aiden Anderson, look at him down there, still on that edge, just doing a great job pushing him down. So Aiden had a great game as well. Asher Cox does a good job getting up to backer. And again, a good read by Tripp. That end crashes down. You can see this end crashes down to go after Ryder. And then once he does that, Tripp pulls the ball and is able to go get a score. And again, a big score, huge score that really kind of gave us the lead there. So a lot of big plays. Again, what I really like about us is we're making a lot of big plays from a lot of different kids. And defensively, I thought we played well overall. We gave up 2 big plays, and we got to fix that. And our tackling was not good on one of those big plays for sure. And we work tackling almost every single day. So, that's stuff we got to get fixed. But at the same time, you can look at it and go, okay, we weren't beat every play. We weren't beat every series. We've got to fix those big play situations, and we can, and we will. But those defensively, I thought we made stops when we had to, made a couple of big 4th down stops and things like that. And so I was proud of how all 3 phases. And then, like I said, we made some extra points, made our extra points we needed to. We got from 2-point conversion. Hunter McClary caught a 2-point conversion, and so found ways to win and got it won. And again, I think that's a similar game that we're going to see, especially early on in conference.
Good. Yeah, gets another win for the year there to get to 3-0 on the season. Let's transition a little bit over into Pottsville. Obviously, week 1 of conference, week 4 of the season after a bye week. Pretty good spot for a bye in between those 3 conference games going in that first conference game.
Yeah, for sure. And, we've been pretty lucky to be pretty healthy up to this point. And, we've got we spend that bye week, the first part of it's kind of thinking about us, right, looking at non-con and seeing what we need to fix, what we need to be better at going in, and then we're able to get a head start on Pottsville going in. But, yeah, huge game coming up. It's the first conference game of the year, and a lot of times you don't think those have huge implications, but this one does.
Yeah.
For us, our goals are not to make the playoffs. That's not a goal of ours. That's an expectation. We pride ourselves in that we've changed that thought process of, hey, we expect to make the playoffs. Now we want to finish in the top half of conference, hosting the playoffs, winning the playoffs. And if we want to do that, this is a game that gets us there, or stands in our way and throws a hurdle out in front of us. So, it's a huge game for us. They're very well coached. It's kind of been a back and forth series. They got us a lot early on. We've gotten in the last few years, and so excited we get to play this game back at home. We've been on the road the last 3 out of 4 weeks, so our 4 games, and so being able to be at home in front of our crowd, and I think we're gonna honor the law enforcement agencies and firefighters, first responders, EMS guys, and then we have it's elementary night for. So it's going to be a great crowd. I think we've got a reunion coming too. So
yeah,
it's going to be a good environment for high school football.
So, I mean, we travel well, so you figure home games are going to be solid anyways, always. But it's a big night when you recognize those folks in the community that you need to be recognizing for sure. Talking about Pottsville a little bit, and the way I look at this is, in our conference, I really feel like, you've got, let's be honest, Dardanelle's at a level that is probably above some, and it's where everybody's trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got about 4 or 5 teams that are kind of all the same, and that's why this is such a big game, in my opinion, is you got to win them all or try to win them all. But this is one of those where it's a team that where, like, if you beat them, all of a sudden that kind of gets you into that consideration still for that 1, 2, 3 spot
exactly.
where you want to be.
Well, here's just the honest truth of it, is we play Pottsville, we play Lamar, we play Ozark our first 3 games. Starts with Pottsville. We don't want to be playing for the playoffs in week 9 and 10.
Sure.
We want to be playing for those championships. We want to be playing for hosting home playoff games. But if we want to do that, it starts with Pottsville. And like I said, a lot of times early on in the year, but you say, well, it's not a big deal. No, it is. This one is a big one. And so you're exactly right. I mean, if we want to host in the playoffs, we want to fight for those. We want to be playing for championships week 9 and 10. That's obviously Clinton, and that's Dardanelle for us,
sure.
2 of the most kind of respected teams this year in that conference, which we should be right up there too. But we got to take care of business Friday, and it's going to be a back and forth game. It's going to be a slugfest, and two teams who are very similar getting after it, and it's going to come down to physical and being physical and playing discipline.
Yeah, looking back, last year we were able to beat them, 33-14 there. Had a good crowd. We kind of were able to get on them, pretty quick. I think second quarter on.
Yeah, I think we scored right out of the gate early with a big play from Michael to Hyde early, and kind of just didn't really
control it the whole way past there. Yeah,
played physical as well.
Looks like they're 2-1 with win over Heber, Clarksville. Kind of tough loss there against Charleston, who's a traditionally really good 3A team. But Charleston kind of. They're a team that's going to throw it, but this is definitely, in my opinion, probably going to be a pretty low-scoring game, probably like the Stigler game.
Mm-hmm.
Something if you get to 30, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, you can definitely see it being a same type score somewhere in there for sure.
Yeah, well, look forward to it. As always, Coach, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Look forward to Friday night. Hopefully, we see everybody there. It's going to be a big night. Weather should be pretty. We've had a lot of rain, but looks like it's going to be really nice this weekend. If you get a chance, come out to Bearcat Stadium, watch the Bearcats, support them in their first conference game of the year. And good luck, Coach, and we'll see you this Friday night, hopefully.
Again, we would like to thank our sponsors of today's show, University of Arkansas Rich Mountain, Mena Insurance, Don's Easy Pay, and Union Bank of Mena. What's up, Mena Bearcat fans? I'm here with the incredible Coach Lutmer, and I'm going to ask him some pregame questions before the game starts. How you doing, Coach Lutmer?
Doing great. Doing great today.
Good to hear. All right, first question. How do you think the O-line and the D-line did during the Stigler game?
I think offensive line-wise, we struggled at the beginning. We made a lot of mistakes, but we did a lot better in the second half. The second half was a lot better, and we played a much better, clean game the second half. D-line, I thought, did a very good job most of the night. We made a little bitty mistakes here and there early on, but again, they cleaned it up the second half and played very well and shut them down the second half. So it was a good second half performance.
All right. So, is there anything we need to improve on for this Friday's game?
I think we definitely need to improve on being crisper the first half. The first half against Stigler, it was really close. We made a lot of mistakes that we got to fix, and penalties were a bad thing, especially on the offensive line. So hopefully we can clean that up, crisp it up, and just have a cleaner first half, especially than we did the other night against Stigler.
All right, final question. Okay, let me read this right. How do you think the game will go this Friday as we're going up against Pottsville?
Pottsville's got a good team. They're physical. They have a couple good running backs. We got to make sure we're physical. I think it's a game that whoever can establish the run and whoever can stop the run in their line plays is going to be a big aspect in the game. Hopefully we perform very well and set the tone, especially at the line of scrimmage. But playing fast, playing physical, and being very aggressive is going to be a huge part to Pottsville game. I'm excited for it. It's conference season starting, and excited to see how we perform against Pottsville.
All right. That's all we have for today. Thank you guys, and enjoy the game.
Hi, I'm Chance Hughes. I'm here with the Mena Bearcats. We recently had a win against Stigler, 19-29. Going into week 1, we're going to be facing Pottsville. And some of my thoughts from the last game, I think as a team, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a few times, but we were able to move past that and build off of it, and it led to a W. I think as a team, we have multiple players that aren't afraid to be themselves, so they can go out there and just play football together as a team. And overall, I think we have a great bond as a team. Overall, I think our coaches have put together a plan that is going to enable us to go out there and get a W against Pottsville. There's no reason why we shouldn't go out there and put a whooping on them. Go Bearcats.
Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's 4-4A conference game as your Mena Bearcats take on the Pottsville Apaches. Mena schools and Pottsville schools are playing this game tonight through an agreement entered into by both schools. These two schools are members of the Arkansas Activities Association and abide by the rules and regulations set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of good sportsmanship by their conduct and cooperation with other member schools. The high school athletes performing here tonight are friendly rivals as members of opposing teams. Interscholastic athletics affords each of us the opportunity to support our teams in a very positive way through our cheers and encouragement. The officials are people who, by agreement through the competing schools, are assigned to administer the rules of the game. Their experience and integrity qualifies for their part in this friendly interscholastic competition. For the safety and enjoyment of all spectators, we strongly encourage parents of age 10, kids 10 and below, to keep your children seated with you during the game. We would also like to remind fans that tobacco products, e-cigarettes, and vapes are prohibited on school grounds. Students, we're glad you're here to watch the game and enjoy time with your friends. Please remember that you're not allowed to run around, horseplay, or throw objects inside the stadium. Please remember no outside food or drink is allowed in the stadium. Anyone who leaves the stadium must pay to re-enter. All Mena students should remain on the home side and in the stands with their guardians or in the designated student section. We now ask that you stand for the invocation led by Jaden Cox, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for the opportunity to be here. I pray that you keep the athletes on both sides safe while they play, and I thank you for the safe travels here and safe travels back for the Apaches. May our athletes stay humble and kind throughout the game, and win or lose, all glory goes to you. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to recognize our special guest tonight, our kindergarten and first grade students from Louis-Durham, as well as our local law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMS, and first responders, and their families. Let's please give them a big round of applause. Tonight there's a 50-50 raffle for the after prom expenses. There's $2 a ticket, and the winner will get half of the jackpot. That drawing will be at halftime. You can find those tickets at the front entrance. The captains for Pottsville tonight will be number 4, Kagan Jones, number 25, Caleb Stansel, number 54, Hayden Wachodorf, and number 58, Landon Majors. For the Bearcats, your captains will be number 23, Hunter McClara, number 35, Ryder House, and number 44, Jenny Glenn. The Bearcats will receive to start the first half.
Which one, number 79?
Welcome, Bearcat fans, to Bob Carver Bearcat Stadium at Randall Horton Field. I'm Tate Mendoza here with you with Anthony Eford, here for tonight's ball game against the Pottsville Apaches. Anthony, good to see you this evening.
It's good to be here, Tate. It's going to be a beautiful night for football and just start the first week in conference play here, and we're going to take on these Pottsville Apaches.
Yeah, obviously, first conference game, this is when they matter. You get 7 of these from here on out, and that's where you're going to set your seating and things like that. So it's a huge game for the Bearcats. You get started off on the right foot. Caught a lot of momentum, Anthony. Obviously, we're 3-0. Pottsville comes in 2-1. Like I said, it's a big night. Weather's beautiful, like you said. A lot of folks here to root on the Bearcats, and we're hoping for a good one here.
That first week in conference is always it's a tough one. You've been beating up on other people. Fortunately, we've been beating up on other people up to this point, but this is going to be our first real test of the 2025 season, too.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a Bearcat defense only giving up 2 offensive scores this year thus far. A Bearcat defense only gave up 14.2 last year as well. So, that's where you're going to win a lot of these close games and tight conference games with a good defense, and then taking care of the football on offense is obviously something that Coach Bentley and I talked about pretty big on the Coaches Show this week.
And that's his bread and butter. I mean, defense is what he wants to hang his hat on, and so that only when your head coach is a defensive mind, what do you think to be the best part of this?
Absolutely.
Team?
Well, folks, Mena has won the toss. They've elected to receive and go on offense first to start the ball game tonight. McClare's back deep. You got Baber and Chance Hughes flanking him up just a little bit to the. Boy, I'm ready. Been ready for this one for a while. This is a big one for the Bearcats, no doubt. I mean, this is how you get your season started off on a good note. and come out and perform well in front of your home crowd to start the season on your conference schedule.
It's a big night all around the state, but big night for Bearcat football here, and we about to get it on here.
You know, it's one of those deals, Anthony. There's one game that matters tonight for everybody, I think.
The one they're playing?
Yes, sir. Pottsville's going to go with a little pooch kick. It's going to be recovered by Baber. He's going to get out of bounds. Mena's going to have awesome field position to start the game, Anthony, at about the 42-yard line.
You can't ask to start the game any better. A little pooch kick, and we picked it up on a bounce and picked up an extra 6 yards there.
Absolutely.
on the return. So
Baber did a good job. He kind of, he's known for that. He's really handsy, does a good job, real gamey. But
and he's aggressive with it. He may be a little slight of size, but there's a lot of fight in that little dog.
Absolutely. He's not looking to go down. Mena's going to come out and double tight, 2 receivers to the right. McClare in the backfield with Tripp. Handoff's going to go to McClare off the right side. It's going to be a pickup of maybe a yard, half a yard.
He just put his head down into the scrum there and
number 23, Hunter McClare on the tackle.
Bouncing it off that right side of the offensive line there, kind of getting a test of what they're going to be looking at here tonight.
Sure, and that's a big thing for this offense is kind of get the run game going so we can play off of that play action. Tripp's going to go back into the shotgun this time. 2 receivers each side. Baber to the bottom. Going to bring Geis in motion. Or that's Beck, sorry. Beck's going to get around. He's going to get north. Boy, he was 1 block away from making a big one there, it looked like to me.
He hesitated just a second out there on that edge. I felt like if he'd have just went ahead and put his nose to the ground, he'd probably picks up a few more yards right there, but I thought there was more there than what we got.
Yeah, definitely got to get to game speed all of a sudden. It's first couple plays, you got a little bit of jitters going, and I'm with you, Anthony, though. That's probably one of those where you put your head down and kind of go what you can get. Looks like we're going to go 3 wide to the top side. And
we
got 5 wide, empty backfield, Anthony. Motion Tripp out, Geis into the backfield now, taking the snap. Going to be in around the Tripp. This will be wide open, throw it. Oh, he's wide open. House gets it, big play. We were open to 2 guys.
There was 2 guys wide open on that side of the field. 20 yards later, we pick up the first down.
That's one of those fun deals, Anthony, where you work that play all week, probably 2 or 3 times after your practice, and you come out and you execute it. That's what you got to have. Everybody from Pottsville sold out to go to Geis on that, thinking it was run all the way.
Run all the way or maybe looking to give Tripp the ball out there in space, and then you go backside of that.
Sure. Heck of a play by Coach Dover right there. Tripp's going to take the snap with 2 tailbacks. Now Geis into motion again. Handoffs to Chance. He's going to be caught from the backside. Tried to run off the left side, Anthony, there. Not a whole lot there.
Just didn't get a push, and that's something that we're going to – I think it's going to be a test for this line all night long here tonight, getting that left side and getting a good push right there. So
yeah, got a new face on the offensive line. There's obviously a big void out there. If you're much of a Bearcat fan in the past 2 years, you can figure that one out pretty easy. But nothing we can't overcome. Hunter still in the backfield with Tripp. Baber to the bottom side of your screen here. Good job by Tripp taking what he can get. Almost gets the first down, Anthony.
Yeah, he's
about 3 yards short.
Going to be 7-yard pickup on that, and his first. I think he was actually wanted to pass the ball, and it was covered.
Yeah, I think everything was covered pretty quick. Tripp did a good job, and that's what I know has been preached to him over and over again. Live to play another day. Just pull it down and go get what you can get. Prime example right there.
With this, his first year at the helm at quarterback, I mean, he's really done a great job through these first 3 weeks of finding the right guy and making the right play and a smart play.
Absolutely. 2 tailbacks again. Handoff's going to be to Hunter up the middle. He's going to get enough for look like he's going to get enough for the first down. He's a bit of a yard short, I think, Anthony. It's going to depend on the spot.
Well,
the guy on our side's giving it to us,
I think we're going to have
that's
the
a first down.
Yeah.
Pretty good spot there. I think he was close. I really do.
He got pushed back a little bit there towards the end, but he got just across the line of the game.
Boy, you like to see 44 and 35 coming off the bench for a play on first down.
Both of those are going to be your headhunters for the rest of the season, really.
Absolutely, but this is probably one of those classic spots for that Ryder House out in the flat. Tripp's flanked by House and Hunter. Give's going to be to Hunter off the left side. Pretty
Hunter
good
just
second
fighting,
effort.
just
Yeah, pretty
fighting.
good second effort, Anthony.
Not a whole lot there. Pottsville did a great job at the point of attack, but Hunter was still able to fight forward for a yard when he probably should have been tackled for a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Good fight by Hunter right there. Pottsville's defensive line is doing a good job kind of filling gaps, holding our offensive line up, not giving us a whole lot of room to run with there. Tripp's going to take the signal from Coach Dover on the sideline. Chance Hughes in at tailback there. Got Geis in the slot, Zamora in the slot, Beckvac on the top, Tyson's here on the bottom.
Oh.
We're going to have a false start on slot receiver there.
Zamora.
So, yeah, that's what, second and long, 2nd and 9. That's been kind of our Achilles heel the first 3 games. We just got to get that out of our system.
Don't put yourself in that position. Now you're going to bring up 2nd and 14 here.
Yeah, same package. Looks like, no, they flexed. I think they flexed Jimmy and Ryder off the field. So same special. Looks like Tripp still with Chance. Then we got Baber here on the bottom. So 2nd and 14. Tripp takes a snap. He's going to fake it to Chance.
Oh.
He throws it across the middle. It's deflected by number 12, the linebacker for the Pottsville
And
Apaches.
you're going to be pushing that back again.
What's our flag for?
It's a hold.
Okay. Well, back-to-back penalties. They're going to be declined. They're going to force us to go 3rd and 14. It's an interesting decline almost, I think. But, your defense has played pretty well. I would almost think you'd take those yards. But because I think, in my opinion, I think you're on the fringes of Hernandez's field goal range right here.
We hadn't seen it yet this year, but if he's anything like his older brothers, it's well within their range. So.
Pre-game, he was good from about 38, 39 yards. So Zamora in motion. Tripp's got the snap. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to be sacked for a loss. Had Geis in the flat right there, it looked like to me, Anthony.
Just didn't pick him up quite quick enough, and that was kind of like I think a little delayed linebacker blitz, wasn't it? He just found a gap and came.
That's a play where Tripp, I think, he's going to look back at it and wish he would have just pitched it there to Geis, let him go get what he could, and make 4th down really manageable instead of having the loss on the play. Geis came open in that flat. So that's going to bring up 4th and 18 or 19 probably.
The chain gang was trying to.
They were already going to move, I guess.
They were trying to do a turnover on downs there. And
it's no doubt 4-down territory at this point. You got 4th and 18, ball on the 35. So let's see what Coach Dover can come up with here with a big chunk play. Got Baber, Geis, Zamora here in the slot. Oh, it's going to be a quick punt, Anthony. That's not a bad little deal. Good job.
Oh,
let it roll, Baber.
Let it roll, Baber.
It's all right. We'll pin the Apaches there at the 11-yard line, and we'll take a quick commercial break real quick.
Yep.
Pottsville's going to come out with their first chance on offense, backed up deep into their own territory. Handoff's going to be off the left side. He's going to pick up about 8 yards there. Tackle made by Chance Hughes.
Chance came up from that safety spot and made a great tackle, but, man, he picked up 8 yards.
Pretty big hole off that right side. That's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Well, here's where you got to make hay. You came out, you took the ball, wanted to make a statement, weren't able to do it. Now your defense needs to come out and make a statement of their own right here, Anthony.
Defensively, we just don't need to make a mistake. If they do it, you got to make them drive the whole length of the field here, and that's tough for a high school team to do.
Absolutely. Pottsville's going to take the snap and hand it off. Oh, he's met immediately by Jimmy Glenn, and who else?
Woo! He brought the hat right there.
That's a Jimmy Glenn hit special.
Brought down the backfield by number 44, Jimmy Glenn.
Did they just not block him on that, or did he just – he beat the man.
He came from the backside. They were blocking down, it looked like to me, and he just flew in on it. Great play by Jimmy right there. Something we've all come to appreciate over the last 2 to 3 years, and especially even further back than that, Anthony, back when you had him in youth.
We've seen it since we coached him in youth Pee Wee football. So
brings up 3rd and short for the Apaches, 3rd and 3 from their own 17-yard line. See if we can get some pressure out of the Bearcats here.
Wrong angle.
Pottsville's able to have a pretty good gain off the right side there to pick up about 15 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 Pottsville.
I tell you, Tripp's going to kick himself on that one right there because he broke the angle off. He didn't attack that outside shoulder to make him bounce it. He was able to get it.
Yeah, I think he was anticipating probably a cutback, and he didn't get it, obviously. And like you said, he didn't keep that outside shoulder free. 1st and 10 for the Apaches from their 34-yard line. Mena still in their base 4-2 with their 2 outside linebackers walked up on the front.
And Pottsville's
pretty good play by Hunter right there, Anthony.
It was a good play, but Pottsville's offensive line is right now winning the line of scrimmage.
They're leaning on us a little bit.
Defensive line's got to step up and get a little bit of a stop here.
You know, Anthony, the void we've got on offense is the same void you have on defense all of a sudden. So
yeah.
Pottsville's got it 2nd and 6. They're in their standard base package. Looks like a receiver to each side, 1 tailback, 2 tight ends. Snap to the quarterback and hand off the left side, right side. That's going to be enough for a 1st down, Anthony. Same thing there. Just Pottsville's offensive line's able to they're getting good push, they're getting good penetration, they're able to run their offense. One thing I will say, watching huddle and pre-games, Pottsville's not going to put it in the air a whole lot. So what you said earlier, they're going to have 10, 12 play-yard drives. That's hard for people to do in high school.
I mean, it's tough for college. It's tough for NFL. You make them drive 85, 90 yards. It doesn't happen that often.
I've always felt like 1st down's one that you've got to try and win. Pottsville's going to hand it off the right side again. He's going to get a pretty good gain. That's another 1st down for the Apaches.
Number 4, Kagan Jones on the carry. Just knocked out of bounds by number 1.
And it's just them winning it. They're not doing anything spectacular.
No, they're running pretty vanilla. I mean, just straight at us, come tackle us. So, Coach Arnold, they'll get it figured out, make a couple adjustments, get a little bit more physical up there up front. I want to mention that big number 53 out there is going to be Max Dollarhide. He's switched over from 9 to 53 to fill a void there at the offensive line. Pottsville's going to have 2 receivers to the top side of their boundary. Handoff. We got a pre-snap penalty. It's going to be a false start
on Pottsville.
So that's what we're talking about right there. 12, 13 play drives are hard in any level of football, especially high school football. And that's what you got to get when you get these long drives. You're going to have a mental breakdown at some point, I think, Anthony.
And this right here is exactly what happened to the Bearcats on the last drive. They're cooking right along, and then offsides penalty is what kind of hurt them to start with. Then you had the big loss play.
And this allows Coach Arnold's defense blitzing isn't just pass blitzing. It's also run blitz. So now all of a sudden you can send Ryder, you can send Hunter in some of these gaps and hopefully disrupt some of these plays they're having. Pottsville's going to come out still double tight. 2 tailbacks in the backfield with a quarterback with 1 receiver to the single side up to their side. Handoff's going to be off. The quarterback's going to keep it and pitch it. We got it.
Yes, sir.
That's a great play by the Bearcat defense.
A good about 2-yard loss on that play right there. So stopped them when you had to stop them. Now you bring up 3rd and 15,
number
16.
4, Kagan Jones on the carry.
It is 3rd down, I'm pretty
number
sure.
2, Trip Hensley, and number 10.
Marker's still showing 2nd,
Yeah,
but I felt like the
no,
false start came on
false
1st
start,
down, so it is 2nd and 15.
It is 2nd and 15.
So, well, like I said, and that's kind of what I was talking about, Anthony. You were able to get really good pressure from your middle linebackers right there because all of a sudden they can pin their ears back and go at them. So Pottsville's going to come back in their same – I would assume this is their base package. They got a tailback and a fullback off to the left side of the quarterback here. Handoff to the tailback off the left side. And he's going to pick up 3 or 4 yard gain right there, Anthony.
But that's still now your 3rd and 12, 13 yards here.
And all of a sudden, I mean, this is one of those where if they pick up 7, 8, 9 yards, they're all of a sudden going for it on 4th down. If we're able to stop them here for no loss or even no gain, they're probably going to have to punt it away to us. So this is a big play for the Bearcat defense right here. Pottsville's actually in a different formation here. They've got 3 receivers to the right of the quarterback this time. And we're going to come offsides.
Yep, it's on the Bearcat defense.
Well, now all of a sudden you make 3rd down a little bit more manageable. Still 3rd and long. Going to be 3rd and about 6. Let's call it 3rd and 8, Anthony. I want to mention the high school reunion here for the 2015 Bearcats. They were part of that group that was able to go play for a state championship in the fall of 14. So pretty good class there, good group of kids. Glad to have them back here in Mena for the evening.
It was a great group of kids.
Yeah. Well, Bearcats need a big 3rd down stop right here. So we got 3rd and 7 on the 42-yard line. Mena's going to creep up both backers from the outside and creep up House in the middle. Motion across. Throw's going to be incomplete. Ooh, had a chance to decleat him right there.
And a chance for an interception.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Chance for Chance. I think Chance was the one right there bird dogging it, wasn't he? Or was that Tripp that came up?
I think that was Vaca on the backside that had a chance.
That's going to bring up 4th down, but like we said, when you have that penalty, now all of a sudden this is 4th and go for it territory. So Pottsville's going to come out 3 receivers to the right, to empty backfield. So Pottsville quarterback's going to take the snap. He's going to look back at the sideline for a check. They're going to quick kick. Yeah, they're going to quick kick too, just like we just did with Tripp. I like that little wrinkle we added, though. That's something that Tripp should be able to do for us, as athletic as he is, and they're going to get good results out of theirs as well. They're going to pin the Bearcats at the 4-yard line when we come back after we get a few words from our sponsors here.
We'll bring you Don's Easy Pay.
We're Don's Easy Pay, located here in Mena, Arkansas, across the street from the co-op. We've been in business for 40 years. We offer name brand products, no credit check needed, rental rates to fit your budget, no long-term commitments, free product servicing during agreement, free same-day delivery and setup. We offer 90, 120, 180, and 1 year same as cash. We have competitive cash prices, and we've been family owned and operated.
We're back. Bearcats are pinned deep. Jimmy Glenn's going to be in motion. Tripp's just going to go straight up the middle. I don't think he handed it off, did he, Anthony? I think that was just a straight QB sneak.
There was some, I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that replay shows it. No, it was midline. No, Tripp pulled it out of. Tripp was able to pull that out of Ryder's belly. So pickup of 1. Like we said, the Bearcats are pinned deep here at about the 6-yard line after a pretty good quick kick from Pottsville. But the Bearcat defense did a really good job, Anthony, right there, finding a way to, bow their neck out and get them to turn it over.
Yeah, they gave up a little bit through the middle of the field and then stiffened up.
Tripp's got 2 tailbacks back there with him, McClare and – we got wide open down the middle. Guys, go, guys, go. Great play, great action, and we got a late hit behind everything. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if that was us or them, Anthony. Absolutely phenomenal play. We were able to slip Geis out of the back, out of his H-back spot.
Oh, there's flags all over the place.
Personal foul against the Bearcats.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we took a shot at somebody 30 yards away from the play, and that's absolutely a penalty you can't have.
No.
After that big pickup, Anthony, that's going to be eliminated by a personal foul by the Bearcats. It was a late hit, way away. I'm talking 30 yards away from the play. Mena was able to come out with a really good play right there, Anthony, to hit Geis right down the seam.
I mean, we were going to have it first at about the 50-yard line. And you draw it up.
The only thing makes you feel better about it, I guess, is guys isn't fast enough to run away from them. So at least we weren't bringing back a touchdown, because then that would have been absolutely.
I was thinking, just don't put the ball out there where they can knock it loose.
I guess that comes back and you replay the down. Is it 2nd and 10 or? Okay, so it's half the distance. We got 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats backed up deep in their own territory. It's going to be that double handoff to Ryder. He's got good yardage. That's going to be really close to a first down, Anthony. That's that double handoff counter play that we run. It's one of Coach Dober's staples.
And we run it really dadgum good, because very rarely does somebody stop us for a loss on that, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah, 3rd and short. We really need to get this first down. You got Jimmy Glenn coming in for Hunter right there. So obviously a short yardage situation, you're going to bring in your big guns and try and go right at them and pin your ears back. So let's see what Coach Dover has here for us on 3rd and short. Looks like Hughes is deep. Ryder's at fullback right behind Tripp. Tripp under center. Hand off to Ryder straight up the middle. He's going to pick it up easy by 2 or 3 yards. Great play. Anytime you got Ryder out there, that's something you can do. I mean, he's going to put his hands down and go get what he can get.
With Ryder and Jimmy Glenn, both those guys, they live for the moment of that right there.
And you can see it on that replay. I mean, offensive line did a great job opening a big hole for Ryder. Well, you got a little breathing room right here, Anthony, so let's see if we can't go do something with it.
Now, what you want to do is have that one big play that takes some big yardage out of question here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You got a 0-0 ball game. You've kind of shown a couple that you've had up your sleeves. One was for a good reason. The other one is able to have to be called back. Tripp's going to take the snap, hand off to Hunter off the left side. Hunter's going to get probably a yard or two. Looked like at a moment, man, he had a chance to really gain some yards.
Hunter's a pretty patient runner. I mean, he doesn't just, even though he's got the strength to be able to put his head down and run over somebody, but he thought he saw a little gap, and he just got caught from the backside there.
Absolutely. And Hunter's done a really good job of that this year, putting that foot in the ground and going and getting what he can get. And that one just got stretched out on him a little too much right there. So Bearcats have 2nd and 8 from their own 20-yard line. Hunter in the backfield with Tripp. Tripp's going to take the snap, looking to throw. Tripp's going to have to scramble, and he's not going to get out of that one. He's going to be sacked for about a 10-yard loss, Anthony. That's a hard one. He's trying to throw it to the right side. Pressure comes from his face, spins out of it, and there's just nowhere really for him to go right there.
And there for a minute, I thought he had the guy open out there, but
that's
had too many
one of
people in
those,
his face he couldn't see.
I think the thing I'll say there, Anthony, is he's on this hash. That's a long throw to make deep in your own territory.
It's a scary throw. It could also go back as a pick six if you ain't careful.
Absolutely. And I'm going to give Tripp credit there. I figured that's probably what was on his mind. We're going to finish the quarter here with 0-0 Bearcats. Hit a couple commercials from our sponsors. Start with one being Mena Insurance Agency.
Mena Insurance has been serving Polk County for over 110 years. We are a full-line independent agency for all lines of insurance: auto, home, commercial, life, health, and employee benefits, as well as workers' compensation and commercial auto. We are an insurance agency, but we're in the relationship business. Go Bearcats.
Sponsor tonight, Big Firm Land Bank. They're located near the front. Providing the side-by-side ATV for this season. Don't forget, you can purchase tickets for the 50-50 raffle to help support the after-prom activities. Tickets are $2, and the winner will win half of the jackpot.
Well, Anthony, we're back for a second quarter here. 0-0 for the Bearcats and the Apaches. You know, quite a bit of excitement for a no-score game.
Once again, I'd like to thank our law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMS.
Now, this is going to start the second quarter here for us, so we're going to
give them a big round of applause.
We got to go 90 yards right here.
Anthony, I want to take a quick minute to recognize recognizing our first responders in Polk County here tonight, and that was Southwest EMS. We're all very blessed to have a really good operation ran by the Hines that do a really good job for us here in Polk County. Tripp's going to take the snap. He's going to look deep. He's got Geis across the middle. He's going to overthrow him by about 2 or 3 yards. Guys kind of let up a little bit there, it looked like to me, maybe. Not a bad throw by Tripp.
I don't think he let up. He just didn't have that next gear.
You might be right. That's going to force the Bearcats to have to punt on 4th and 15.
Tripp put the ball in a place where only Geis would have a chance to make the play. So.
It's a good throw. I mean, absolutely. He's trying to get it over the top. But that's going to force us to have to punt here for Pottsville, and they're probably going to have a chance at a pretty good field position right here. Snaps back there to Beck. Beck gets off a pretty good punt, Anthony. See if we get down and cover it. Oh, we're going to have it. And Pottsville's going to return that for a touchdown. That's a block in the back. Okay, there's a flag finally. That had to have been, I mean, there was 2 or 3 of them, Anthony.
Yeah.
Eli Morris returns that kick for a
I saw that coming.
That's the risk you run, obviously, having to make that punt from that far back in your own territory. When you hit a good one, you still got to get – the problem is you hit a good punt, you got to get down there and cover it.
And we just didn't cover good lines in that one.
It's hard to give somebody a 20-yard head start.
There'll be a block in the back on Pottsville.
That's going to negate the touchdown that could have been for Pottsville. That's the first big special teams play, and that's the games like this. That's one of the things, Anthony. Special teams and defensive tackling, kind of the 2 big things that keep you in games like this, in my opinion.
It's what's going to win or lose this game for you in a lot of cases.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to set Pottsville up in really good territory on their own, on the Bearcats' 15-yard line going in. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Pottsville. Looks like Mena's still got pretty much base defense out there with everybody. Got House and McClary in the middle there at linebackers. Pottsville's in their tight, double tight, heavy package. Able to force him out, maybe a yard or 2 short of the first down, or they get a first down.
It's going to be 1st and goal
First
right
and goal,
here.
yeah. Run off that right side again. We had pretty good pursuit going towards that play, I felt like, but Pottsville's bad angles, I guess.
They're just getting a good push on play side.
It's kind of been the story of that first quarter for them. They'd had a really good drive that they negated with a big penalty of their own. That's going to bring up second and 2, so they didn't get the first down, Anthony. So got double tight for Pottsville. Snap's going to be handoff inside, belly handoff to the fullback. He's going to pick up that first down and get down to about the 2, maybe 1 yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Apaches.
You know, so far in this game, offensively, I mean,
number 4, Kagan Jones.
Pottsville's had decent runs at it.
Yeah,
I mean, they've picked up definitely way more yards than the Bearcats have.
But it's a big benefit to start from the 15-yard line, too, right there after that big special teams play. Time for Mena to see if they can't bow their neck up and stop him, keep him out of the end zone right here. Double tight for Pottsville. Bad snap. Chance to go get it.
Oh, and you don't tackle him.
Can't miss him right there. Well, able to get a negative play right there, which is desperately what we needed right there out of the Pottsville offense.
11,
high snap. Almost ended up being a positive play for them. We overran the quarterback.
Man, that's when you lick your chops at, because we should have.
I think Hunter was thinking he's going to have a chance to go get the ball is what happened there, probably. But
I thought somebody, as high as that thing got knocked in the air, I thought we had a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. The Pottsville quarterback's a fairly tall kid. I'd figure he's 6 foot, 6'1". He did a really good job corralling that one in to avoid disaster. Pottsville's in the dead tee right here. Fumbles, ball's on the ground. Oh, we got a pre-snap false start. Okay. Boy, I saw that ball on the ground. I was ready for us to go get it.
It'll be a false start on Pottsville.
Well, man, Anthony, they started with the ball on the 15, knocking on the door, going in from the 2, and all of a sudden they have a bad snap and a procedural penalty, backing them up a little bit here.
2nd and goal from the 9 now. So, I mean, they're doing what to themselves what we want them to try to do.
Absolutely. This is a big deal. Coach Bentley's asking for the crowd to get involved a little bit right here. Pottsville's going to come out with 2 receivers and the quarterback in the shotgun. We'll mean about bumped offside.
Yes,
right
they did.
Geis was able to hold back. Snap and the handoff to the right side of the tailback. We're going to force him out of bounds for about a 2-yard gain, Anthony. Pretty good defensive play right there.
Hey. Boy, that was Geis out there on the left edge, right?
Yes, absolutely. He was able to bump that thing out, and then I can't remember what backer was that. Had to have been Ryder that was able to be in hot pursuit right there to push him out of bounds.
Come on, Bearcats.
Pretty good defensive play. Pretty good defensive play by the Bearcats right there. Brings up a big 3rd and 7 for the Pottsville Apaches against your Mena Bearcats. Pottsville's got 2 receivers with the quarterback in the shotgun, man in motion coming across.
Ball's on the ground.
It's still on the ground. Bearcats have it. Bearcats have got to have the football right there. What a play.
Opportunistic right there. Bearcats recover the fumble.
Recovered by Ryder House. Man, Anthony, that's a gift. That's a gift if there ever was. If Christmas could hit in September, it just hit.
I'll tell you, Ryder's daddies, I guarantee you he's down here hooping and hollering for.
That's just, bad snap, bad exchange. It was a good snap, bad exchange by the quarterback to the tailback right there. Fumbled it, and we're able to, I don't know who torpedoed in there to blow that up where they had a chance to really recover it.
Yes.
We did a great job torpedo in that play, and then Ryder with a recovery out there.
Now offensively, you got to come out here and take advantage of this and move the ball down the field.
Big play. Big play by the defense. Tripp's going to be under center in the I formation behind him. Handoff is going to be to Hunter.
Oh, he's still going.
Good run by Hunter. Really good effort by Hunter right there, Anthony.
And when we line up in that I and just go attack running the ball, we really have some of our best attacking plays right there.
I kind of wonder with the void there on the offensive line, if you pick up that extra fullback, Ryder, if all of a sudden that's your bonus lineman all of a sudden for you. Another run there by McClare off the left side, enough to pick up. That's actually Chance Hughes, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Chance with a good run, pick up of about 4 yards for a first down for the Bearcats, Anthony.
That'll be enough for another Bearcat first down.
And so, so far, these first two plays in this drive, what have we done? We've won the line of scrimmage. We're firing off the football up front. And it's going to start with us. For us to be successful offensively, we got to win that line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. And
coming from an old lineman.
I was going to say, that sounds like a lineman preaching there. But that's what it takes. I mean, no doubt now all of a sudden you got Jimmy Glenn out there at fullback. What a luxury that is.
It is.
Back in the I formation. Going to be a bootleg off of it. We got Geis across the middle.
Yes, sir.
That's a big pickup. Good pickup for about 6 or 7 yards right there. It was about to be the Ryder House special. Pottsville did a really good job picking that up.
They've seen that on tape, and they were all over. They had 2 guys covering Ryder right there. So then Tripp was able to that wasn't his first read. Second read was to get it to Geis, and Geis came open in a little void in the zone.
And that's the maturity we're going to have to see out of Tripp moving forward, obviously, is these guys are going to film study. Tripp's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off the left side to Hunter. He's still going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he had a chance to burst in there up the middle a little bit, but Pottsville did a pretty good job right there, Anthony.
Just a gain of a yard right there. Pottsville just kind of blocked that whole hole up, and linebacker came and filled it up. But we're going to start this second down and 9 and just keep this drive moving.
Yeah, definitely. It's 8 minutes left in the second quarter here. Be a good time for a long drive. I mean, points, you got to score to win, so we got to go get them at some point. So Hunter in the backfield with Tripp. Looks like Jimmy Glenn's still out there at the H-back spot. Tyson Baber, and going to be end around to – that's Beck Vaca. Get vertical, Beck. Just needed one more block. Still didn't tackle him. Beck's able to pick up maybe a yard or 2. That was a play that looked like it had a lot of promise right there, Anthony.
I think if you watch this, he just needed to stay outside. Stay outside.
I'm with you. If he commits to going out there, he might get up there and get a chance to have a first down.
I think with his speed, he wins that point right there because that's a lineman. He ain't going to chase him down.
Sure.
And all he needs to do is get to that sidelines, and he may still be running.
It was a pretty good job out of 67, Alsher Cox right there, making that. He got that edge sealed where that's where that play needs to go. Bounce it outside of those numbers and get up the sideline. Brings up 3rd and 7 for the Bearcats. House out there. Going to be that inside counter. Pottsville's going to make a pretty good play on Ryder right there.
Yeah, that's the second time they've seen that play, and they actually played that to perfection on that one.
They did. That's going to
62, Sean Carroll.
That's going to kill the Bearcat drive and bring up 4th and 9 and force a punt situation for the Bearcats. I would assume we're about to see a situation where we've got Beck start angling that thing to the sideline somewhere. And typically you try to kick it to your own sideline. I would assume out there about where Mr. Mark Hobson's standing would be a good spot for that punt to go.
You angle it right at him.
Beck back deep to punt this thing away. We got 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter, 0-0 score here. We've got a bad snap. What did they whistle?
They whistled him down.
Okay. They whistled him down. That's going to be the punt game's kind of the Achilles heel at the moment.
Oh, my gosh. My knee.
I think my knees are about to start hurting too, Anthony. That's 2 back-to-back situations where the punt situation just kind of hurt us right there. So that's going to give Pottsville really good field position from the 25.
We had a great defensive stand on the last series. We have to do it again.
Lean on that defense like we said we knew we were going to have to. Pottsville with 2 receivers at that top side to their sideline. It's going to be a pass out to the slot receiver there. Pretty good play by Tripp.
Oh, good job.
Great play by Tripp. Just hold him up and let your buddies come help you finish it off.
Tripp had him held up, and Beck came in and finished him off. I mean,
that's a good play, Anthony. Tripp's 15 yards deep in the backfield right there.
Yes.
He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Pottsville Apaches. Big moment for the defense right here, Anthony. They're going to have to step up and hold Pottsville on short field again.
If they're going to keep trying to throw the ball, maybe we get one of these things picked off and maybe we force another fumble here.
Going to be a handoff off the right side for Pottsville. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards right there. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 5. Kind of the same thing we've been seeing. They get pretty good push out of that right side, Anthony, of that offensive line.
Caleb Stansel on the carry. Number 35,
really got
House on the tackle.
Just on offense,
About
seems like we
6
just
yards.
can't quite get pieced together yet.
Yep, we're going to find it. We're going to find it.
Pottsville's going to have 2 receivers to our boundary, the bottom side of your screen. It's going to be inside handoff to that tailback again. He's going to have close to first down yardage.
It's first down, no doubt.
Ball came out again. They're going to say he was stopped, but the ball, he got popped pretty good right on the ball again.
I didn't see who hit him, but he got popped real hard right there.
I'm not sure, but it looked like a Ryder House type hit to me.
It did.
That's going to be nonetheless. That's going to be a first down for the Apaches. That's going to get them down to about their 16-yard line.
The way his neck snapped back, that looked like a Ryder House. You're right.
Pottsville with 2 receivers to their boundary this time. Mena's not showing any blitz at the moment. It's going to be a handoff to the tailback off the right side again. He's going to run pretty dang hard. He's going to get close to another first down. It's going to be 1st and goal. Just Apaches from about the 5-yard line.
Either the defensive line's getting a little bit winded right here, but, man, they just flew off the ball.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, running off the right seems like that's where Pottsville's going to go all night to me. They've come to the left side a few times, but it's definitely they're trying to attack that right side of our defense. Pottsville in their same base package, 2 receivers to their boundary. We hand off still to the tailback, number 15. He's going to get close to a touchdown, about the 1-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 1.
Number 15.
We got to figure out a way on our left side of the defense to fire off the ball and push them back a yard instead of them pushing us back a yard.
Yeah, and it looks like you have big Aiden Anderson out there right now too, so that should kind of help you with that remedy. Pottsville's going to have 1 receiver to the left side. It's going to be the tailback. He's going to be in for a Pottsville touchdown.
Number 15.
We set them up for great field position, and it's hard to keep a team like that in that short field from scoring.
You know, when their base is just run, they're going to run it 90% of the time. You really are setting yourself up for failure if you're giving them the ball on the 20 and the 15-yard line. Pottsville on for the extra point attempt.
Oh.
It's going to be blocked. It's a low kick, but it's still blocked. So the Bearcats are able to hold them just 6 right there with 4 minutes left. We're going to hit a quick commercial.
Number 10, Beck Backup, blocks the kick. The extra.
So this Pottsville offense has got 85 yards here on the night, and it's all rushing yards. And the Bearcats are sitting at 52 yards of offense, but it sure doesn't feel like we've even got the 52 yards of offense. And pretty balanced, 32 passing and 22 rushing, but we got to figure out a way to sustain a drive here, Tate.
Absolutely. Well, you got a chance now. All of a sudden, you got to bring your offense out, and you were able to hold them to 6 there, so that was a good thing. But short field, Anthony, that's just something you can't do, especially with a team like Pottsville that's going to just run it straight at you. Pottsville's set to kick it away. They're going to have that short kick again, see if we can handle it. We do successfully. That'll set up Mena at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
Number 22, Wyatt Head.
We're going to hit a commercial just real quick. We're going to have a live read. We've got State Representative John Maddox, who supports the Bearcats. John's a really good supporter of the Bearcats, always has been. We really appreciate him and all that he does for the Bearcats and representing our three-county area here.
And he just had a big announcement with the NIDEC out here.
Absolutely. Jobs. That's what we need coming to Mena, so that's awesome. Brings up 1st down for the Bearcats out of the first points of the game, Anthony, the night for the Pottsville Apaches, getting up 6-0. So Tripp in the shotgun still, 3 receivers to the right. He's going to have a quick throw to Zamora, and he's going to throw it just out of his fingertips. Yeah. It was set up to be a pretty positive play, it looked like to me.
I think he got it out there quick. Zamora just didn't come down the field very much. He didn't get down the field to catch that ball. That's widened it out a little too much.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of those where you got to get vertical pretty quick, especially when it allows you to, and just go attack the football. But brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats from their 39-yard line, trailing 6-0 here late in the second quarter. It's going to be a handoff to Hunter off the left side.
And he got
4 or 5. Pretty good run there by Hunter off that left side of the offensive line.
Number 23, Hunter McClare on the carry.
At what point, Anthony, do you think we got to get going a little bit faster with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the half? I would agree.
Right now, you got to be offensively with a little sense of urgency right here. We want to go down and score right here going into the halftime, make our adjustments at half, and then shut out Pottsville in the second half. So.
Yep. We got one tailback out there with Tripp. It's going to be Hunter McClare. Snaps to Tripp. He's going to roll off the right. Wide open in the soft side of the defense right there to Beck Vaca.
Run, Beck.
Great job, Beck. Pottsville was really doing a good job trying to strip that football. Beck with a good job protecting.
Beck as a kid, we've really got to get the ball into his hands several times throughout this game, and because he can make something happen, especially if he gets into space.
Now's when we're going to have a replay real quick right there.
Okay.
Now's when I think it's time, maybe 3 minutes, clock's ticking. Let's see if we can't get a positive first down play right here, and then I think you might see us go fast.
Go faster.
It is a tight ball game, so you got to kind of be careful when you judge on when you are going to start going, fire drill mode. So Tripp in the backfield, he's going to send Hunter in motion. It's going to be a swing pass to Hunter. Pottsville did a pretty good job initially blowing that up. Hunter with a great second effort.
That second effort by Hunter right there. But he did what we wanted Zamora to do on the last deal like that. He caught the ball going downhill and was able to split the defenders and bust through it.
Anthony, with 3 timeouts, they do have time on their side, honestly, right here from the 40-yard line to run their offense here on 2nd down, pick up one more first down and see if we can't get aggressive at that point. Tripp in shotgun with Hunter off his right side. It's going to be an option play to the right. Tripp's going to go with a pretty good gain right there. That's going to be a first down, right?
Going to get the first down easily.
So that's going to move the chains. Clock is still moving.
Bearcat, first down.
Stop the clock briefly to move the chains. So that's exactly what I was talking about. Now I feel like good positive play right here, and you might see him start going fast trying to get a touchdown right here going into half. Still got Baber out there. Looks like Geis, looks like Zamora, and then Beck on the bottom side. We're going to roll out, and that's going to be blown up really quick.
Oh, Baber's going to go watch some film at halftime and realize he missed a block right there.
Yeah, pretty good read out of that Pottsville defender, honestly. He just put his head down and put the foot in the ground and went and blew that one up. So It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock is at 1:30. 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Tripp's going to throw it down the middle of the field. He's got him wide open. Oh, woo! Boy, he had Hunter right down that seam.
Hunter was there. Well, that's going to stop the clock. 1:18 to go, and boy, Tripp's going to think back.
Wish he had that one back.
That's one that he could make because Hunter scores on that right there.
And Hunter came from out of the backfield on that play, I believe. So they definitely got lost. Nobody picked him up there. Good play call by Coach Dover. Just
file that and back in memory because
absolutely. You know, Anthony, 1:18 here. You still have all the time in the world with 3 timeouts. So no need to panic. Just need to get this first down on 3rd down. Tripp's going to roll to his right. He's going to get it off to Hunter. Hunter's ball's on the ground. I think it looks like Dollarhide might have been able to get on that thing, Anthony. Yep, Dollarhide's able to recover and save us on 4th down. We're going to have 4th and about.
With this, I'm going to bring one of our sponsors, Top Rock Construction. Top Rock Construction is a full-service dirt work construction company offering bulldozer, track hoe, skid steer, and other equipment. We're a proud supporter of the Bearcats.
Brings up a really big 4th down, and I would say good use of a timeout right there. Also, I would say this, Anthony, with 2 more still, we can run the football. So on 4th and 2, you can give it to Ryder, you can give it to Hunter, you can give it to Jimmy Glenn, you can give it to somebody to go get those hard 2 yards, call a timeout, and then get you a couple more plays.
We're going to bring one more of our sponsors here, Smith Pallet, manufacturers of quality pallets and crates since 1949, and they are proud supporters of the Bearcats and Lady Cats. Go Cats.
Like I was saying, Anthony, that was a good use of a timeout with 48 seconds left. We really need to probably even this thing up or go up by 1 if we get the chance. But like I said, you got 2 timeouts still left here, and you kind of have your whole playbook to get this 2-yard gain.
You get your playbook still wide open, and you know Dover's sitting there right now licking his chops. He said, we've got to play for this right now.
Absolutely.
Let's execute it and make a play.
Honestly, what you just said is probably exactly right, Anthony. You have several 2-point plays in your back pocket.
Yep.
Here's a 2-point play conversion right here. So let's see what Coach Dover's worked up for us. We're still in the shotgun with House and Hunter in the backfield with Tripp. Tripp's going to take snaps, hand it off to Hunter. Hunter's going to be really close. It's going to depend on a spot.
The way the linesman's coming in, he's going to be short
by about half a yard.
Just didn't.
Pottsville's able to stop. It looked like he was going to be extremely close, which he was.
Bring another one of our sponsors to you.
After Pottsville's able to turn us over on downs, there's 40 seconds left in the 2nd quarter here. See what Pottsville does. They're just going to run it, and we're going to have to tackle. Pretty good job by Jimmy Glenn right there on the backside saving one. With 32 seconds left in the first half here, Pottsville has it about the 40-yard line. They're going to use one of their timeouts. Now all of a sudden, after that first big play being 20 yards, they start thinking, well, maybe we can go get something extra.
Yes. Well, that is definitely going to be in the back of their mind here. They're thinking, hey, we can go up 2 scores now.
Hometown banking at its best is much more than a tagline at Union Bank. It's who we are. Proud to be your hometown bank for generations, offering a variety of accounts to fit every stage of life. You'll find our logo or our team in every corner of our town because investing in our communities is what we believe in. We're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors too. With 10 locations across the Ouachitas and the River Valley too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
All right, so
here we are with a first down for the Apaches with 32 seconds left in the 2nd quarter here, Anthony.
Empty backfield, too.
Yeah, they're going to try and get aggressive. There's screen. It's live. Oh, we had a chance. Beck, I thought, was going to have a chance to get out there and get that football.
Yes, but I really thought Beck had a chance to take that to the house, too.
You know, this is kind of the gamble you take. When you're not used to throwing it a whole lot, you got to kind of be careful about how aggressive you're really going to be on the Pottsville side, Anthony.
You know, it's definitely because with their offense, I mean, they're going to throw 95% or run the ball 95% of the time.
Well, Pottsville's going to have 3 receivers to the right side, their boundary, 1 receiver to our boundary, covered by Zamora here on the bottom of the screen. Looks like still the same usual suspects out there on defense. Snaps to the quarterback. They're just going to hand it off. I think they're going to be content with the 6-0 lead, Anthony. And that's where you get him stood up. Let's rip. Let's rip.
Number 23, Hunter McClellan.
And
that's going to take it to half.
They're content just to have that run off. So we'll bring the last ad to you because they're just going to let this raw. Farm Bureau Insurance. Farm Bureau Insurance is proud supporters of the Mena Bearcats, and Tony and the gang down there really do a good job in all they do, all the support that they bring us all. So
yeah, really glad to have Farm Bureau on with us now too.
So we'll bring Sam in here and do a little halftime. Oh, Sam's going to the field to give you this halftime stats. So we'll sign off here for the halftime, and we'll come back here just before second half kicks off to get rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mena Public Schools presents with pride the Mena Bearcat Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Charles Morgan and Hunter Huffman and color guard instructor Faith Schuler, and under the field direction of senior drum major Savannah Leverin. This year's show is entitled Highlight from the great trumpeter Bill Chase. The band's first selection is Open Up Wide, featuring trumpet soloists Jackson Hadley and Evan Robbins. The band's second number is the beautiful Handbags and Glad Rags, featuring trumpet soloist Camden Murphy and saxophone soloist Ivan Sanchez. band will close with the fast-paced number, Get It On. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mena Bearcat Marching Band. And now, your Mena High School cheerleaders.
Testing.
Yes! Okay, let's do this thing. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my
Alrighty, welcome everybody down to Bearcat Field. Bearcat Stadium. This is a very close game tonight, 6-0 at halftime. Bearcats are down, and I mean it's all in the numbers right now. The total yards for Pottsville is 101, and the Bearcats only have 88 yards. But the biggest factor is going to be shooting ourselves in the foot due to all the penalties. If we clean those up in the second half, we would have many shots to take the lead here and close this out with the victory. Our leading stats for the people tonight is going to be Tripp is 7 for 11 tonight for 57 yards. He is having a high consistency completion percentage, and he has a long of 20. Rushing leaders for the Bearcats, you got Hunter McClare, 8 carries and 23 yards, and right behind him is going to be Ryder House with 3 yards. Receiving for the Bearcats, you're going to have 2 receivers with 2 receptions, Beck Vaca and Hunter McClare, both with 15 yards. So we just need to get more offensive production tonight, and defensively slow them down, cause another turnover deep, and probably not fumble it at all with the special teams. But after that, I think we can clean this second half up like the Bearcats always do and come out with a victory.
my God.
And welcome back to Bearcat Stadium here, Bearcat fans. Mena trailing 6-0. Not a huge deficit, Anthony, but not a whole lot of great positives necessarily in that first half, but leaves a lot of room for improvement in the second half as we come into it.
Just as you were having some positive plays offensively, you just kept shooting yourself in the foot. A little overthrow here, offsides there, a big tackle for a loss. So, I mean, all those things just equaled up to not very good offensive production, and you opted to take the ball on offense on the opening kickoff, and so now you're going to have to kick off to them,
start playing
with
defense.
A 6-point lead.
It's like you and I talked. It's you had some positive plays as far as some of the play calls. We had some really good plays, but we're negated by some penalties and some things like that. And we get that cleaned up, keep playing good defense like we did in the first half. We were able to hold them to 100 yards. Pretty good job out of the defense, but definitely started with their heels against the back a couple times there. Kickoff's going to be down the sideline. That's a really good kick by Hernandez. Yep, great kick. Fielded at the 5-yard line. Great job by Ryder House with a tackle at the 12. That's a good start, Anthony.
I hear his daddy, Brad, down there hooping and hollering for that tackle right there.
Put the hooey on him. Good job by the Bearcat defense. Great kick. Starts with a great kick right there, Anthony.
You know, they were expecting a little pooch kick, and you kick it over their head, and I'll tell you what, it had a little backspin on it like an old sandwich. And
you do that to the 5-yard line every time, and you can make a living right there in high school football. That's a great kick. Great start. Now time for the defense to pin their ears back and go get them. Going to have to tackle 15. Read the quarterback a few times here too. So anyway, here we go. Base defense out of your Bearcats. Got Chance and Tripp on the back end. Middle guys being House and McClure there. Going to be a handoff off the left side. Going to be a pickup of about 4 or 5. They didn't use that left side a whole lot in the first half, Anthony.
No, it just, we stopped that up and clogged the hole up. We just didn't get him on the ground.
And you see in that replay, they did exactly what you said. We had a lot of black shirts there. He did a really good job getting low, kind of going and getting what he could.
Just driving his feet, never stopping.
Bring up 2nd and 4 for your Bearcats. Looks like you still got Geis and Jimmy out there. On the outside, you got Vaca, Zamora. Pottsville still in their double tight. They're going to run the option off the right side with a pitch. Tripp's going to force it back to the middle, and Chance is going to clean it up. It's going to be enough for a first down, Anthony.
Geis out there did what he had to do. His first responsibility is to take the pitch man, and he forced the pitch man into making that pitch. And then you hope your safeties or everybody fills in, and they did, but he was able to split them.
He's able to make one cut and go and pick up that yardage he needed for a first down there. But Chance did a good job coming off the backside too. So brings up 1st and 10 for the Apaches. Bearcats not showing any blitz. They're going to have a handoff off the left side. They're going to have a missed tackle, another missed tackle. Going to be a tackle by Tripp for 11-yard gain for Pottsville. Another first down for the Apaches, Anthony.
They're just attacking right at us right now. And until we show the ability to stop that, they're not going to.
A couple missed tackles. They're a little bit, too high pad level, look like to me.
Well, and
tailback for
just not finishing the tackle.
Sure.
I mean, you're coming and meeting contact, and you're letting him judge how much contact there is. Let's go give it to him.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Apaches from the 40-yard line. Be a quick pass. Oh, almost. If he had his head up, might have had a pick there. Vaca. Good job. I mean, he's doing his job. He's playing the receiver. Pretty good play action out of Pottsville right there. But there was an opportunity for a turnover, it looked like.
That's one that they're hoping they bust with a complete bust and catch him going right down. Beck was in position.
Absolutely.
And he dropped down and broke down to make the tackle and just went through the hands. I mean, it was an interception there to be had.
Kind of a textbook first down play when you got a little bit of momentum going. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Apaches from the 40-yard line. Going to be a handoff around the end. Good job by Vaca staying home. He's going to force him out of bounds for about a 7-yard pickup, it looked like. Good job staying home, but they were able to pick up 7 on that play, Anthony. Bring up 3rd and short.
Well, just on their play side, they're just able to get a push every time.
Going to have to get maybe just a little bit lower out of our defensive line to maybe disrupt some of that offensive line positive momentum they keep getting.
You get them to where they're a yard back instead of being a yard forward. It's going to make all the difference in the mesh points on how the
handoffs up the middle off the right side. Now he's going to bounce it out. He's going to pick up a first down. Pickup of about 6 or 7 yards, enough for a first down, Pottsville. That gets him into plus territory at the 46-yard line going in.
Pottsville's just at will right now, just kind of doing exactly what they want to do.
You talked about it early, though, Anthony. They started at the 10-yard line, so we're 6 or 7 plays in. Let's see if they can string them together still here, or if we can get a negative play out or a penalty out of them right now. Hard to put those long drives together, especially 90-yard ones.
It's still tough to do that. It's very tough.
Pottsville's got 1st and 10 from the 46. It's going to be option to the right. He's going to pitch it to the tailback. Pretty good job out of the Bearcat defense. Pickup of about 4 for Pottsville, but still same story there, Anthony. Positive yards about every play on this drive for Pottsville.
Every play in this drive, they've not had a negative play or a bad play yet. I mean, it's been 4 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards.
And when you only got to get 10, those add up quick. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Pottsville Apaches from the 43-yard line. Base defense out of Mena, not showing any pressure at the moment. Double tight still out of Pottsville. It's going to be a handoff end around to the left side. It's going to be short of a first down if we hold him there. Short by about 2 yards, Anthony.
He's still pushing.
As quick as that whistle happened in that first half, you figure that whistle's going to be coming right there.
I'll tell you, you got to – I'm sitting here looking. Watch the alignment of our nose guard on he's playing almost 1.5 yards, 2 yards off the ball.
So looks like we're going to bring in, and I've mentioned again, we've got Dollarhide's in 53 tonight instead of number 9 for the offensive line switch. So we got 3rd and 4 for the Pottsville Apaches from the 39-yard line. Going to shift around. Mena's going to call a timeout. Coach Arnold wants to talk about things a little bit before this big third down play right here.
They've moved Strickland down into that nose 2 technique that they're running, and
maybe try and get him to shoot that gap like you were talking about.
Taking advantage of his speed, but when he's playing that far off the ball, he's not being able to take advantage of it.
So he's too far off.
He's too far off.
Yeah, they're trying to accomplish him, I guess, shooting those gap and disrupting those plays. But you're saying he's 1.5 yards too far back.
To me, if I was playing that spot, I'm wanting to get a little closer and actually get there.
Sure. We're going to get a quick ad real quick here for Smith Pallet Company. Smith Pallet's been around since 1949. Manufacturer hardwood pallets, softwood pallets, and crating. If you need anything from Smith Pallet, just give us a call. Proud supporters of the Bearcats and the Lady Cats.
I kid Clint all the time. He keeps Smith Pallet in business.
He does. He does a good job. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Bearcats here.
Come on, Bearcat fans.
Pottsville's in their double tight with the H back there on the right side. Quarterback takes that, hand it off the inside. They're going to have enough for a first down. He's going to pick it up by about 2 yards, it looked like.
2 yards, easy. Guy lost his helmet.
Number 4,
so they're going to force him off the field, or he take it off after the play?
It's automatic. I think you got to sit one, but maybe nobody saw him, I guess. Well, kind of got the Bearcats on their heels right here. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Pottsville still in their base package with 1 tailback, double tight, 1 receiver. You're going to run that option off the left side this time. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to pick up 8 or 9, and that's just downhill football right there, Anthony.
It's downhill right at us, and they're running. If you watch Strickland on this play right here, he's trying to read flow from the nose guard and then trying to fight across, and he's giving up an extra yard or 2 before he's able to.
I think what's interesting to me, too, is they keep running to the left side now. It was right side her whole first half, if I remember right. Pottsville back out, double tight, 1 receiver to the left. 2nd and short here, 2 yards to go. Good penetration by Mena right there that time. Good job.
And what he did that was Strickland again, and he was able to stiff arm the nose guy coming out, and he's the one that met the deal right there in the hole.
Good play by Tucker, allowed the rest of the Bearcats look like Dollarhide to come and make a tackle. pretty good play. That was what we needed right there, but he was closer to the football, like he said.
Yep, he was.
Now we got a 3rd and short again here. 3rd and 1 for the Pottsville.
Come on, Bearcats.
Your Bearcats
Make
needing
some
to bow
noise.
their necks a little bit here on 3rd and short from the 25-yard line. Pottsville quarterback still in shotgun. He's going to hand it off quick. He's going to pick up a first down. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards right there, just straight off the center.
They're seeing that slight build right up the middle, and they're attacking it right now.
I mean, that's elephant in the room. I mean, roaching out in the middle is definitely it's rearing its ugly head at the moment.
You lose that beef and strength right there,
and just so much experience. I mean, he knows everything they're going to do too. So, but Strickland's doing a really good job shooting it. He's definitely up on the line a little bit better this time, like you said, Anthony.
Yes.
Be a quick handoff. Not a whole lot there that time. Going to be a pickup of about 1, maybe 2 yards right there. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 for a Pottsville inside the 20. So inside the red zone here, first time in the second half.
Yeah, definitely they're playing tough, and if you can keep them to 1 and 2 yard gains, and that's going to make them have to fight a little bit harder.
One thing I want to point out, Anthony, there's under 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter here.
Time is just melting off the clock.
I mean, they've gone 65 yards at the moment. I mean, this is a huge drive all of a sudden. It was a huge drive to begin the second half anyways, but now it's all of a sudden even maximized more. So Pottsville 2nd and 7. Be a handoff up the middle there. That's going to be enough for a first down. Flag on the play. Looked like might have been maybe a face mask in there.
Number 25, Caleb Stansel on the carry.
Again, Pottsville just, I mean, nothing fancy about it, just handing it off and going straight at us.
Running right at us.
Look like I'm not exactly sure, but I think it might have been a face mask on the tail end of that play.
Personal foul horse collar against the Bearcats.
I don't know if that was a horse collar. I would believe a face mask. I don't know that I'm buying a horse collar on that. That's going to set up Pottsville's 1st and goal from inside the 5, just inside the 5-yard line.
If we don't have the ability to stop Pottsville right here, it's gonna make this game a lot tougher. We're going to have to find some offensive cohesion.
I mean, you got to figure we've made adjustments, but heck, we hadn't even got to see our own offense in this half yet. 5 minutes left in this quarter. Snap off. Handoff up the middle. Looks like he's in for a touchdown. Pottsville in from short yardage, 4 yards out. I mean, that just straight pinned their ears back and came after us right there, Anthony.
Yeah, so, I mean, they did nothing special that whole drive and then took it. I mean, they had to drive at 90 yards. They started on about the 10?
Probably 15 plays, I bet, too, Anthony. I mean, it had to been 15, 16-play drive.
15 plays, what Sam just said.
I was going to say, I can count pretty good, I guess, in my head. Kind of impressed myself there. Well, Pottsville's going to go for 2. They missed the PAT in the first half. They're going to have the T formation. Quarterback's going to keep it. We're going to stop them again. So, well, the positive out of the drive is we hold them to no two-point conversion there. It's a 12-point ball game, 12-0. Now we got to get this Bearcat offense out here and get some production going. We got to go score right here. We're going to hit a couple commercials here. yards, 15 plays. 85 yards, 15 plays, and a touchdown there per the statistician, Mr. Sam Eford. That's a very impressive drive for a high school football team.
You know, typically you're not going to see that very often in a high school football team. You're going to do something to a penalty, an offsides.
And the other side of that too, Anthony, I mean, they're able to burn 7 minutes of the quarter in one possession. So that's a big deal. That's a big play. Big first possession for Pottsville against the Bearcats. So big opportunity for Mena to come out and put the offense on the field. So Baber's going to field the kick over on the Pottsville sideline. He's got a chance for a return here. He's going to be still not bottled up. Baber goes along. He got a lot of steps for not many yards, but it's pure effort. I mean, just pure effort.
Like to see him just put his nose down and go north and south and try to make one guy miss and pick up 4 or 5 extra yards.
That's going to set Mena up 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. See what the offense and Coach Dover can get going here. We got to get something going now. As long as Pottsville's been able to hold on to the football, I mean, a two-score game is. I mean, it's almost like a 3 or 4 score game, I feel like. I was saying a 2-score game, and this one seems like almost a 3 or 4 score game.
It's a very, very it's a big mountain to overcome, but it's one that we can, because we can score pretty quick if we start taking advantage of our opportunities.
Sure, starts with one. You got to go score one, and then let's go get another one at some point. But you got to have a good drive right here out of this. Tripp's going to be flanked by Chance and Hunter in the backfield. It's going to be handoff. Oh, nope. Quick pass out to Chance off the right side. Pretty good play right there. Pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
Number 2. Use that little swing pass just like a little run.
Yeah. It's just an exaggerated sweep's all it is.
Yes, it is.
Fake handed it to Hunter, which we did a lot in the first half, and then able to swing it out there to Chance for a 5-yard gain.
And now we got a Pottsville Apache down, so
they're slowing down our fast-paced offense.
Let's bring one of our sponsors to you when we got a little lull in the action. Don's Easy Pay.
We're Don's Easy Pay, located here in Mena, Arkansas, across the street from the co-op. We've been in business for 40 years. We offer name brand products, no credit check needed, rental rates to fit your budget, no long-term commitments, free product servicing during agreement, free same-day delivery and setup. We offer 90, 120, 180, and 1 year same as cash. We have competitive cash prices, and we've been family owned and operated.
Anthony, it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats out of that injury timeout. Pretty good first down play there for Chance.
Good first down play for the Bearcats. You can set yourself up for this drive, and now we just got to keep executing.
And they're daring us to throw it just a little bit too. Looks like a lot of single coverage here. Not much over the top. Those safeties are walked up really within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. So there's going to be a penalty flag. That's usually not a flag that's going to be a good one for the Bearcats when it comes from that spot.
It's either going to be a hold or it's going to be a face mask for the Apaches. Yeah. One of the two.
You're right. Could be a face mask.
There's a flag on the play.
And it is. Good job. Whole offensive line.
It's one of the two.
Yeah. So that's going to give the Bearcats a first down, and maybe that's the spark we need right here. Had a good first down play. Now a penalty to help, extra little 15 yards right there.
Get to move it down the field. Now we've got our field position has changed already, and let's just keep.
Looks like you're going to have Hunter out there at tailback. Still Beckett, receiver here on the bottom side of your screen. Zamora and Baber on the top side. Geis in the slot here on our hash on our sideline as well. Tripp going to get him lined up a little bit. Snap to Tripp. He's looking to pass. That's a catch. Could have been got there early, I felt like, Anthony.
He was there. He was there early. We'll get to see this on the delay right here.
You know what's
intended for Hunter McClare.
What's sad is that back judge was getting ready to pull his flag, I felt like, and he decided to hold it.
Yeah, he was definitely hit early, and he still got his paws on it.
Yeah,
and that's one that Hunter's going to wish he could have gone ahead and had some sticky fingers on.
Pretty good throw over the middle right there, but brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats. 3 receivers to the top side, 1 here to the bottom is Vaca. Trips in the shotgun, going to take the snap. He's looking to pass again. Quick one to Baber. Baber's on the edge. Baber's got a chance. Big pickup right there. Boy, he caught it, and he's out like a dart, wasn't he?
I'll tell you, he caught the ball, and what we've been wanting to see is he got up the field. Go. Don't hesitate. And he's quick enough. You're right. He was basically full speed right at first step. And Daddy Nick down there, I can hear him screaming and hollering. That's my boy.
Pretty good job by the Pottsville defender, but a great throw by Tripp. Threading the needle right there. The Pottsville defender made a good play on the ball almost, but great job, Baber. Brings up 1st and 10. We all of a sudden got it rolling, Anthony. So here we go. Let's see if we can't get a touchdown for the Bearcats. Look like Jimmy Glenn checked in there real quick. He's at H-back on the top side. Still got Hunter and looks like Ryder House flanking Tripp there in the backfield. Be handoff. Oh, fake to Hunter. Play action out here. Ryder. That's the first one he's dropped on that play all year.
Yeah,
It was going to be a big pickup, not a touchdown, I don't think, but it was going to be a good pickup for about 8 or 9, maybe 10 yards there.
maybe he makes one miss and picks up a little bit more, but it was definitely there.
And Ryder's, I mean, he's always a prime candidate to put his head down and go run somebody over. So
he's going to either run somebody over or he's more shifty than you think.
Great play action, though, right there. Good ball handling out of Tripp, it looked like to me. Definitely fooled me from up here. I thought he'd for sure handed it off to Hunter. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Tripp in shotgun, flanked by Hunter. Looking to pass again. That's going to be an incomplete pass over the middle up the right hash intended for Anderson.
Geis was sitting there. He was trying to turn it up just a hair before he got it secured.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Definitely looking to throw it just a little bit more, it looks like, on this drive, Anthony.
And the receptions are there to be had.
They're open. Yeah, that one was a little tighter. And the one to Hunter was a little bit tight too, but I think they're good reads, and it looks like it's there. Looks like to me Coach Dover's seen something at halftime that he's wanting to attack across the middle. Brings up 3rd and 10, a critical 3rd and 10 right here from our 35. This is a spot where we got to have a touchdown. 3:35 left in the half, or in the quarter, third quarter. Tripp's going to take it and roll out to the right. That's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Anderson.
It's almost like somebody quit on that route.
Yeah, there was. I couldn't exactly tell what was going on the bottom side here. I almost thought Tripp was going to pull it down and go get out of bounds.
And just go run.
Yeah, just go pick up a few yards that he could. That brings up 4th and 10. Like I said, I thought that was going to be a play. He was going to pull it down.
I think you're going for it on 4th down here no matter what, and go get 5 yards, which I think he had 5 to go get, but he was looking to get all of it.
I would agree. It brings up 4th and 10 for the Bearcats. It's going to be a double move. He's wide open down the sideline. And Zamora had it, and it was in and out of his hands.
Number 2, Tripp.
It was a great pass by Tripp. I mean, there again, those are some balls that we've got to come down with.
It was a double move. Zamora was absolutely wide open going down that sideline, and man, it was just Anthony just in and out of his hands.
And Zamora's got enough speed to just go ahead and take that onto the house.
That was a touchdown. I'm with you, Anthony. I'm pretty sure that was going to be a touchdown.
Keep talking into it there. Oh, get him. Still falling forward, driving. We had him for just a 2-yard gain, and he's still fighting for 2 more yards. And we
going to bring up 2nd and 6 for Pottsville. Sorry, Anthony, I was trying to get this headset
you're fine.
going again. Pottsville with another positive run there. So on 1st down, brings up 2nd and 6 for Pottsville against your Bearcats. Snap's going to be and handed off to the inside to number 4. He's going to be close to a 1st down right there, Anthony.
And to me, defensively, we're just kind of catching the ball carrier. We're not attacking him, it doesn't look like to me.
Yeah, Pottsville's doing a pretty good job up front, especially. And then their backs are doing a good job just being aggressive and going and running with the football.
They're fighting hard.
It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Pottsville Apaches at the 46-yard line. Looks like Mena's still in base D. Looks like he's still got probably Tripp and Chance out there as well. A little bit of a bad snap.
There we go.
There's a negative play finally. So that's going to be a loss of 2. That's going to help us a little bit. Looks like
Jimmy Glenn,
yeah.
Tyson Thacker on the carry.
That's a big play. It starts with the bobbled snap. We did a little better job, I feel like, firing off there too, though.
Jimmy come off that edge, or was he playing more of a linebacker on that one?
Minute 50 left here. Anthony, this kind of getting to the point where we've sure got to have a turnover, but maybe even like a turnover, interception, fumble, something like that of that nature at this moment. He's going to look for a pass, and he's going to – boy, they bluffed us into that thing. Play action just sucked the whole defense in.
And that's what this offense will do.
They lull you to sleep.
They don't throw the ball enough to where you got to guard against it. But that one big play is going to pick up the first down after you had them down.
Sure. 1st and 10 for Pottsville. Ball on the 33-yard line. Pottsville still in their double tight. One tailback, one receiver to the top side, their sideline. Looks like it means they're going to bring pressure off that edge. They're going to get inside of it, and they're going to pick up 8 or 9 yards picked up there by
9
Pottsville.
yards.
Number 4, Keegan Jones on the
Mena's going to have to bow up right here because the touchdown right here is extremely detrimental at this point.
It really feels unsurmountable if they get a touchdown right here.
Clock is inside of 1 minute. Pottsville's going to try and get a few more plays in. I don't know why you would. I'd be running the play clock down as low as I could. Pottsville still in their base offense, double tight, couple tailbacks, one receiver to the left. Pretty good penetration by the Bearcats that time. And that's the deal, Anthony, where he's held up. Go rip. Find a way to force a turnover right there.
And that's
still enough for a first down. We got 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Right at the 20, it looks like, almost inside of it. 33 seconds left in this quarter. They're going to have to snap it. I was going to say I'd almost be surprised if they don't take it to quarter. But Pottsville's going to have to snap it. They're going to try and pull us off sides. Good job by the Bearcats staying put. 5 seconds on the play clock, 15 on the game clock. Going to be a handoff off the left side.
Nobody was there.
Pottsville still just does a great job right there going and getting Hunter, but that's a chop block.
Number 25.
Can you hit the linebackers in the knees? Well, I guess not engaged, but
we got a Pottsville Apache down, so we'll bring one of our sponsors to you, Mena Insurance Agency.
Mena Insurance has been serving Polk County for over 110 years. We are a full-line independent agency for all lines of insurance: auto, home, commercial, life, health, and employee benefits, as well as workers' compensation and commercial auto. We are an insurance agency, but we're in the relationship business. Go Bearcats.
Well, Anthony, as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here, Pottsville's deep, and it's at the point where we got to have a stop right here.
Got to have a stop. You got to have a score. And in that change of possession right here, or change of fields, Bentley was giving the White Hat a little business. So I'm thinking he saw something on that chop block himself.
It was extremely obvious. I mean, Hunter's out there on an island coming downhill to try and make a play, and they just straight went into Hunter's kneecaps. I'm with Coach Bentley on that one. I mean, that's a safety issue is what it is. I mean, not only is it illegal play, but I mean, you're taking out a kid's knees. That's a safety concern right there. So we got 2nd and short for Pottsville. When we come out of this break from the quarter, ball on the 12-yard line. Pottsville threatening again, Anthony.
We got to find a way to stop them. Defense has got to be strong right here.
We're going to find a way to get some pressure up the middle again, maybe create a bad snap. Quarterback's in shotgun still. He's going to hand it straight off. Good play by Jimmy. Wasn't it Jimmy or was that Ryder?
No, Ryder House.
Ryder House, good job.
Shot a gap right there.
Yeah.
Got the pressure up the middle.
Right. Yep, that's that run blitz.
15, Tyson Thacker.
And that's what I was saying earlier. I mean, blitzes aren't just for pass rush. It's obviously you can shoot gaps on run blitz right there, Anthony. So good play by Ryder. Hold him to no gain. 3rd and short here. Still for Pottsville. 3rd and 2 from the 12-yard line.
Come on, Bearcat fans. Let them hear you.
Big play right here for your Bearcat defense.
Yeah, I don't know that they've got a field goal kicker, but they're going to go to. They're playing for 2 downs right here.
Yeah, I mean, you make this a 3-possession game, that's a big deal all of a sudden. He's going to be short, Anthony. He's going to be short by about a yard, I would say. That's a heck of a spot. My gosh.
Number 15.
There's no way he got that close to the 10, I don't feel like, Anthony. He's short. It's going to be 4th and 1. But I still feel like that was an absolutely generous spot.
Yeah, I thought that basically back to the line of scrimmage right there, and
I thought we'd stopped him for a loss, if anything.
All right,
But
Bearcat fans, it's
time for
4th and 1.
Bearcats
Let's
to
let
bow
them
up
hear
right here
Get
and
loud.
stop them on 4th and short. One thing here, be disciplined. We can't be jumping off right here. Pottsville's in shotgun still. Hand off to the tailback. It's going to be
first down.
a first down by the second effort that he had.
It ain't by much, but it is
No, it's
there.
not. It's the second effort. We did a really good job clogging up the middle, it looked like to me, Anthony, but he was able to spin off that pile and go pick up that yard he needed. That's tough.
And that's just tearing the clock off.
It's first and goal from the 9. Clock's rolling. Bearcats down 12-0. Pottsville with the chance to go up 3 scores here early in the 4th quarter. Pottsville still in their – and they got one receiver. I mean, this is as old school as it gets almost, just it's in the shotgun. Man going to come in motion across the formation. Just changing sides is all he's doing. Hand off the tailback. Initial contact's made to the line of scrimmage, but he's able to pick up 3 or 4 yards there.
Yeah, takes it all the way down to the 5.
Brought down by number 10, Beckett.
Ryder's going to have to come out for a helmet issue. That's not necessarily who you need coming off the field at the moment.
And it is not.
Well, second down and about 6 to go. Second and goal. Pottsville's under center for the first time, I think, tonight. Inside handoff. That's going to be a touchdown. Second and third effort, we're able to do it, Anthony, right there for Pottsville.
And it's just simple football.
Yeah, I mean, they go under center and they give that belly dive, and man, he was hit at the line of scrimmage. He was hit by a linebacker another yard down the field, but he's low center of gravity, able to get lower than we were, and able to get in for a touchdown right there. So that's going to really put your Bearcats up against it, down 18-0 in a game that we've had the ball in plus territory several times tonight, Anthony. I think 2 or 3 at that, and just drives have really fizzled out on us. Time of possession is 15 minutes for Pottsville thus far. They're going to go for 2. They're going to be short again. So
number 35.
It's still a 3-possession game, but a couple touchdowns and a field goal all of a sudden. A couple touchdowns, 1 2-point field goal. I mean, you got to get all that math going, Anthony. It's not out of reach necessarily, obviously, yet, but with 9:33, 18-0, your Bearcats are trailing.
And we haven't showed any signs. We hadn't showed any signs of being able to stop them yet. That's the problem. And now,
let's go ahead and get a quick commercial real quick while we got a break in between change of possessions here to Bay Wash Car Wash. Bearcat fans, we're back here. 9:33 left in the 4th quarter. Bearcats trailing Pottsville 18-0. Anthony, it's do or die time now. I mean, there's nothing else you can do with this possession but go score and try and put a charge together to go try and make this game competitive again. Looks like that's Tripp that fielded the ball there. He's still up, still with a chance. Good fight by Tripp. Not to pick up a whole. He's still fighting, Anthony.
Still fighting. Still fighting. He was
only picked up about 5, but it was a very entertaining 5-yard return.
Well, let's do one more ad real quick. John Maddox, State Rep John Maddox.
Mr. John.
All the things he does for Mena, Polk County, everything that he does. Also Scott and Montgomery counties.
Representing our 3-county area here. Well, 9:20 left in the 4th quarter here. And like we said, I mean, this is do or die time for your Bearcats. They've got to go put together a drive and go put points on the board right here. Tripp's going to take snap, roll out to his left. Good throw and catch, Anderson. And it's going to be a penalty at the end of it. That's going to be an extra 15.
He was trying to slide that one away where I'm not going to throw him real hard, but I'm going to throw him a little bit.
And so that's a good first down play. Picked up, 8-9 yards, I think. Pretty good throw by Tripp, really, too. Threading the needle on the tight window, but going to tack on an extra 15 to that one, Anthony.
And that's going to put us on the plus side in a hurry.
It's going to be a personal foul against the Apaches.
Both Bearcat drives here have been started out with a 15-yard tacked on to big gains and putting ourselves in good position. Now we just got to finish a drive here, Tate.
Absolutely, Anthony. Well, all of a sudden you got it in plus territory. Zamora in motion, coming from our sideline to Pottsville sideline. Tripp going to roll out to the right. Good throw and catch right there. Looks like that's
good 11-yard gain.
Pretty sure that's was that Anderson again?
No, that's
Becca. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was Beck, and I could not get it off the tip of my tongue.
Becca.
My tongue tied was all over at that time.
You were making mine tie.
Another first down there, though, Anthony. Going to send Hunter in motion. Fake it. Get rid of it. Tripp.
Intercepted.
Good job by Geis knocking that down. Pottsville's DBs did a really good job staying home on that play. Tripp was moments away from getting sacked right there. Even.
I thought he
Nobody
was
bought on that.
No.
Nobody bought on play action there. Fortunate for not disaster at that point. 8:55 left here in the fourth quarter, and that would have been pretty detrimental.
Nail in the coffin.
Well, you live to play again. Go take advantage of it, right?
That's what I always told.
That's a completion off the right side to pretty sure that's Vaca again.
It was. He made two miss out there and made a no gain into 4.
Yeah, good job. Good job by Tripp. Good pitch and catch. Third down. Clock's running. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Bearcats. Coach Dover trying to get them lined up. Going to shift Geis over here to the bottom side. Tripp's going to take snap. Roll to his left. Pretty good throw in and out of the hands of Geis. A little bit high, but that's a ball I'm pretty sure Geis is going to tell you he's going to expect himself to catch
every time.
Yes, sir. That's going to bring up another. Well, we've had several of these fourth downs, 4th and short, 4th and mid. Just need to be able to find a way to convert one. 0 for 2 thus far on 4th downs tonight, so no better time to convert one than with 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Anthony.
Best time to convert it is right now.
Absolutely. Well, pretty good routes ran out of us that time again, that action coming to the left side. So Tripp's going to be in the backfield by himself, empty receiver, empty back set. He's going to take the snap. He's looking to his left. Good play to Hunter.
Get up the field. That's
going to be a first down. Great job by Hunter. Great little play. The play is thrown 2 yards short of the stick, and Hunter goes and gets that first down with effort.
Just a crossing action right there with the two backs.
He flirted with going back a little.
Yes, he did.
He had to get his momentum going the other way. So good job, Hunter. Good pitch and catch from Tripp right there. Good first down right here. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the 19-yard line.
And the O-line did a good job of giving him plenty of time. Go.
Good job. Dumped it off there to Baber. Baber's able to put his head down. Man, Tyson, gosh, what a good job he does when he gets it. He got 3 guys hanging on him, and Baber can't weigh 125 pounds right now, I don't
Soaking
figure.
wet.
Yeah. Just, kids watch Tyson Baber, and that's effort. Straight effort. That's another first down, Anthony. So we got 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Bearcats going in. Tripp's going to roll to his right. Rolling and looking. A little bit of pressure. He's going to get sacked from the backside. That backside pressure has kind of been coming and getting close to him all night.
Yes.
He doesn't feel it. He doesn't see it either. But that backside pressure, I feel like, Anthony's been close to getting us all night, on this drive especially.
This drive especially, but there's been several times throughout the night, all night, that it's been really close to getting him, and they were able to finally get home there. So
brings up 2nd and goal for the Bearcats from the 8-yard line. Tripp's going to take the snap. He's got pressure again. Looks like a screen. Screen game to Hunter. Hunter's got to get in. He's short by a yard, Anthony.
He's going to be short.
We're right there knocking on the door, though. He's close. The pressure came, but it was invited pressure, so good job.
I thought he had
We got to go
enough.
score right here. Big chance for the Bearcats. We got to punch one in. 3rd and goal from the 2. Going to hand it to Ryder. Ryder off the left side. He's going to be a little short, Anthony.
Oh, my gosh.
He didn't get in.
He
He's
did
going to be
not.
short by the width of your foot.
But they got pressure from their big guys up front there, and we just couldn't.
You know, with the play clock where it was, it's almost like it would have been nice with a silent count or a dummy count or something, but it's almost like their line had just as much. 4th down here, big one here, Anthony. It's going to be a handoff to Hunter. Hunter's going to get in. Touchdown, Bearcats. Big play. Huge. Can't start the comeback if you don't score once.
Now we're going to kick the extra point here.
I think you take the 1 for now and just get it to 18-7. 16 doesn't gain you anything.
It doesn't do you any good.
So you might as well get your extra point right here. Make it a 18-7 ball game. At some point, you're going to need something extra, a field goal, or you're going to have 2 touchdowns.
You got to have.
There's no way to make this work unless you score 2 more times or a touchdown and a field goal.
He missed it.
He doinked it off the upright. So we're going to have 18-6. 6:25 left in the 4th quarter. Your Bearcats showing a little life. Now needing that defense to come out. We're going to hit a quick commercial, and we're going to go to Farm Bureau Insurance. Farm Bureau. Go see the guys and the gals over at Farm Bureau with Tony Hooper. Polk County Farm Bureau at 309 South Morrow. Home, auto, life, Blue Cross Blue Shield Insurance. Go see Nikki, Nathan, Mitch, Andy, and Tony down at your local Polk County Farm Bureau.
And then we'll also bring H-Brand to you, too. What? we were trying to line up on the wrong side of the ball.
Anthony, 6:25, and let's see if we got a little magic in us here tonight.
Well, we needed Hernandez to pick up a onside kick right here.
That's the obvious. Let's go get it, right?
Let's go get it. And the man to probably go get it is Tyson Baber.
I would put him in there in a dogfight. I'd put him at the bottom of a pile going fighting for a football. Looks like we're going to go to, I would assume we're going to kick it to our sideline, Anthony. There it is. Get that big hop. Didn't get it. Never got the hop, Anthony. Never got that big hop. It was set up. We had the numbers. We just never got that big hop. Pottsville was able to just field a ground ball. That's going to set Pottsville up in pretty good territory, but honestly, at this point, Anthony, it doesn't matter. They'll play defense.
It doesn't matter because we got to play ball. We got to get a fumble. We got to have a turnover, and we got to have it quickly.
Think about this half. 2 possessions, 1 each team, 2 touchdowns. There's only 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in this game.
Yes.
There's only been 2 possessions in this half. Pottsville's going to come out a little bit different offense here. They got 2 receivers, 1 to each side of the quarterback. It's going to be handoff up the middle still. Gosh,
missed a tackle.
We're lucky to hold him to 1. If he was a little bit more fleet of foot, he might have had a big gain there.
And there again, we're coming for contact, and then we're just giving a hit. We're not finishing the tackle.
I would agree. We did a really good job that time, but just filling and finishing what you just said. Had plenty of opportunities, it looked like. But, hey, held him to 1. Now we got second and long, 2nd and 9.
And they're going to milk the clock as much as they can.
We got 2 timeouts, I think, in our back pocket. So we got 2 timeouts left and we get the ball back. But priority number 1 is to stop them right here. Quarterback's going to hand it off the left side. Pretty good job out of the Bearcats. Same thing. Initial contact. But what I keep seeing, Anthony, and let me know if I'm right, our pad level is just a little bit above there.
We're coming in high and they're coming in low, and we're just coming to and giving them a hit. We hit him at a 2-yard gain, and he falls forward for 4 more.
Yeah, he's able to make a pretty good positive play there. But this is a big third down. This is kind of no man's territory for them. If you're able to hold them to no gain, I feel like you force them to punt.
Come on,
Big
Bearcat
play for your
fans.
Bearcat defense right here. 5 minutes, 11 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Quarterback in shotgun. Going to take snap, hand it off the right side. There it is, a lot better tackle. But he's below.
down.
He's at the hip. Oh, he's at
down.
first down. Golly. I didn't realize he'd gotten that far down the field, Anthony. That first contact came 6 yards down the field, huh? Ryder with a good tackle, but all for naught when the first down's able to be picked up.
Yeah, had stopped him. We're going to have a chance to have him stop short, and he just fights forward for 2 extra yards and gets the first down.
Yeah, I don't know how my eyes played a trick on me. I was thinking we were closer to the line of scrimmage almost, but their offensive line must have done a pretty good job sealing off that right side. 1st and 10 for Pottsville at the 39-yard line. Bearcats trail 18-6. Handoff off the left. That's good play by Tripp. Good play by Geis, making that play bounce out. Good play by Tripp coming up and making the play. So almost we're able to just force him out of bounds. That would have stopped the clock. Instead, looks like it is out of bounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so the clock stopped. That's a big benefit there if we're able to stop him here.
No, we called a timeout.
Oh, did we? Okay. That makes sense. I thought he was tackled in bounds. So that's 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in this game. Let's go ahead and hit an ad just real quick. Let's go to University of Arkansas Rich Mountain. Second and 9 here, Anthony. And it's still what we've been talking about. It's do or die time for your Bearcat defense. They've got to have a stop right here. Pottsville still out here with, you got 2 tailbacks there flanking the quarterback to each side. 1 receiver to their top side. Be a handoff there. Pretty good play by.
They're going to.
Second effort for Pottsville's just killed us all night, Anthony. We've made contact within 2 to 3 yards of the line of scrimmage quite often, it seems like to me tonight. And just second effort by these Pottsville tailbacks has been the key to the game.
We're going to have to get to the grindstone this next week and do some Oklahoma drills, tackling drills, how to finish a tackle.
Yeah, and it seems like it's still
we're winded.
We're yeah.
We're maybe a little.
And when you are winded, you do start standing up a little bit too much, and you can't make those leverage tackles that you need. 1st and 10 for Pottsville at the 25-yard line. They're going to hand it off up the middle. There's a good play. Good play by, looked like Tripp came up and filled. Initially held up by Ryder, I believe, Anthony. Pretty good play by Ryder, pretty good play by Tripp. But 3:33 left in this one. We got to come up with a turnover now.
They don't have to do a whole lot right now, but just basically play keep away.
Yeah. Craig's going to burn his last time out to stop the clock there. 18-6 here. Your Bearcats trail Pottsville here late in the fourth quarter. Now you're to the point, like I said, Anthony, where you got to find a way to somehow pop them. But those guys coming, the DBs, the outside linebackers, we got to be ripping the football. We've got to create a turnover in a bad way right now.
Hometown banking at its best is much more than a tagline at Union Bank. It's who we are. Proud to be your hometown bank for generations, offering a variety of accounts to fit every stage of life. You'll find our logo or our team in every corner of our town because investing in our communities is what we believe in. We're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors too. With 10 locations across the Ouachitas and the River Valley too, we're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
And there again,
there's another positive play, and it's the same thing. Anthony's able to get bounce off there and go pick up. Looks like enough yardage for a first down. Tackle made by Vaca out there on that top side. Clock stops real quick to move the chains for the first down. We got 1st and 10, Pottsville from the 15-yard line.
Milking the clock.
Strip. We got to strip. That's all there is to this right now. We've got to find a way to dislodge the football from the Pottsville's arms. 1st and 10 from the 15 for Pottsville. Gonna be a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards there.
And that doesn't.
That's just same straight up the middle pretty much all night.
Just nothing fancy. They're just they're winning the line of scrimmage.
2.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Cats trail 18-6. Late in the fourth quarter, down 2 scores. And Pottsville, I mean, there's 15 seconds on the play clock. They're going to obviously milk this as long as they absolutely can. They're going to be close to about 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 5 seconds left when they have to snap it. And it just becomes such a clock issue right now. But maybe a big turnover's coming. There's a busted play. That's where we had him tackled for about a 5-yard loss.
He gets back. I think he may have.
He got back to the original line of scrimmage.
He
might
actually
even gained a yard.
He picked up about a half a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Bearcats.
The quarterback turned the wrong way and was sitting there, and the running back's sitting behind him.
Well, we're really up against it now, Anthony. There's 1:50 left in this ball game. We can't stop the clock anymore. High school play clock kills you in these situations. A 40-second play clock. I mean, there's a chance. First down right here wins the ball game for Pottsville. It ends the ball game. So Pottsville takes the snap, going to hand it up off the middle.
And it is.
It's going to be right at a first down.
Yeah. It's going to be on about the 3-yard line.
Yep. Unfortunately, Bearcat fans, that's going to be it. You can't stop the clock. It stops briefly to move the chains. Pottsville, all intents and purposes, they can snap it to quarterback Neal, go home with an 18-6 road victory against us here.
They won't even have to snap this clock until it gets under a minute.
I mean, yeah, they don't even have to. They can take 2 knees and go home right here. Tough one for the Bearcats.
This is definitely going to be a game they're going to wish they had back.
Just couldn't get it going, it seemed like. Offensively, kind of had it in plus territory a couple times and just couldn't really make it go. Pottsville will go ahead and tack one on. A little bit of a statement there, I think. We were able to put it on them pretty good last year, and I guess we're getting some back. I think you only get up to 15 or 17. Okay. I know they're trying to get the tiebreaker points there, so I was just trying to figure out how. That's going to bring your score to 24-6, Pottsville over Mena. Point after pending. Kick is up. Looks like it's good. So your Bearcats trail 25-6 here with 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and get a couple ads in here real quick. And
at the conclusion of tonight's
let's do Bay Wash, Car Wash.
Prior to entering the field until released by
Well, Bearcat fans, we got just inside of a minute left in this football game here from Bearcat Stadium, Randall Horton Field. It's been a tough one, Anthony.
It has been a very tough game. Offensively, we couldn't hardly get out of our way.
We get it going a little bit and then just have a penalty that would kind of kill us. And anyway, Baber's going to take the kick. He's got a little bit of room over here. He's going to get out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock with 52 seconds left, see if the Bearcats can't salvage a little bit here. It's like we were just talking, so in high school football, you go and try and get as many points as you can for a tiebreaker situation. So obviously Pottsville's up 19 right here. They were able to, I think, capitalize on 15 of those 19. So that extra score isn't necessarily, hey, y'all put it on us last year, we're going to put it on you this year. I think it's more of a strategic deal for end of the year. I mean, these are two teams that Still, in all actuality, could finish with the same record, so that's a big deal.
Right.
So equally as much, like for Mena to go score right here is huge. I mean, go try and steal some of these points back right now.
What are we calling?
Nobody can get figured out what we get. I think Pottsville called timeout. It kind of cracks me up, the chess match. This is a 25-6 ball game. It's like, hey, fellas, let's go home.
Yeah.
But it's a chess match. Everybody's trying to save those points they can for critical points when you get to week 10, week 12, when you get to week 10 and 11 going into playoff time.
Trying to figure out, well, if you got the same record, do you have more of those tiebreaker points to be able to get that 3 seed or the 2 seed or whatever you're fighting for?
Yeah, because I feel strongly. I mean, pretty convincing win for Pottsville here tonight, 25-6 over us, Anthony. But there's a real chance that we're still, a second through fourth finishing team in this conference, and this is a Pottsville team that's going to be right there with you in the standings.
Yep.
So
this Bearcat team's going to learn a lot from this ball game right here and go to work next week and be ready for.
There's a lot of football to be played still, absolutely. Be a quick pass out there to Zamora. And he's going to end up staying in bounds, being tackled in bounds, and that probably going to leave us room for maybe 1 or 2 more is it. Going to try and get him set up. You can't throw it to the ref. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. 32 seconds left in this football game. Tripp's looking to his left. Good throw and catch right there. Boy, that's a ball I'd love to see early in the game.
Yes.
Good pitch and catch by Tripp out there to Zamora. 24 seconds left here. That ball had a little giddy up on it.
He was throwing a fastball across the diamond right there.
I think there's a little frustration probably behind that pass too. So Mena's still looking here to put some points on the board. 24 seconds left in the ball game. Cats trail 25-6. 2 receivers each side of Tripp. Hunter out there still at tailback. Can't get tackled inbounds. Clock never started. A little home field advantage right there, Anthony.
We're good.
Clock never started.
Going to get a little extra time right here.
Second down and 5, and we're going to spike it to stop the clock. 14 seconds left in the ball game here. Brings up, or is it second down now, I think? Second and 5, I'm sorry.
Yep, second and 5.
So spike it to stop it. Probably got a realistically couple plays, maybe if you're lucky 3. You got to get out of bounds. I mean, that's the key. You got to score or get out of bounds.
You can't get tackled.
No, you can't get tackled in bounds for sure. So McClare's still in at tailback. Tripp's looking left. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got to get out of bounds. Get out of bounds, Tyson. He's going to give him out of bounds, or our clock's going to give him out of bounds.
Trip Hensley's pass is complete.
Good job by Tyson. Good job by Tyson fighting to get out of bounds.
Yes, fighting to get out of bounds, and they
that was
didn't run much time.
That was the longest 1-second play I think I've ever seen.
That's what I was just sitting.
I know. Daniel's doing the PA today, but is it Chris that does the clock? Chris doing a great job today.
He's doing a good job on this.
13
drive.
seconds left here for the Bearcats. Trip back in shotgun, going to take snap. He's looking to his left again. Going to have to get rid of it. 8 seconds left. He's looking to the end zone. Oh, he's open for a touchdown. Oh, Zamora had it in and out. Pretty good play by the DB coming back to make a play. Thought we had one there.
Go fight to get that ball.
Ball didn't come out of Tripp's hand super clean, but it was definitely there.
It was there.
Tripp was buying time. There was Pottsville send 1 guy in rush.
They did send 2.
Oh, okay, there was 2. My bad. 3 seconds left here in the football game tonight. Tripp's going to be back in shotgun. Hunter still back there with him. You got Baber, Vaca, Zamora, Anderson out in motion. Tripp's looking right, rolling right. This will be the last play of the game. Tripp's just going to take off and run it. And he's going to dodge out of bounds. That's going to end it for us here tonight, Anthony. Tough loss for the Bearcats, 25-6 to the Pottsville Apaches.
I'm going to let Sam get on here and at least give the stats for tonight's game.
Well, tough loss for the Bearcats, but the name of the game was Pottsville getting the lead and then holding on to the ball. Every drive that they had, in the second half, especially, were long, drawn-out drives. One took 10 minutes, the other took, I think, another 10 minutes. So basically, the Bearcats only had the ball for 10 minutes in the whole second half, the whole 30 minutes. With that, the stats were pretty close for the most part. I mean, Bearcats only had 17 first downs and 206 yards of offense. With us being behind, we threw the ball a lot more than I think we would have liked to. We threw for 161 yards. Tripp was 19 for 31 on the night, with the longest was a 21-yard pass. Our leading receivers for the Bearcats is going to be Tyson Baber on that last drive. He's going to get 4 receptions for 49 yards. Right behind him is going to be Hunter McClare for 30 yards. And another person, could be right there if just a couple more catches and a couple penalties didn't happen, but could have been Geis. He only finished the night with two catches and 15 yards. Could have had a lot more. Slow night rushing for the Bearcats. Our highest reading rusher was going to be Hunter for 10 yards for 25, or 10 attempts for 25 yards. And it really wasn't penalties that killed us tonight. We only had 4 penalties for 20 yards, which is great comparatively to what we have been doing. It was just not getting Pottsville off the field. As soon as they got the ball, they weren't letting go of it. We only forced the 1 turnover, and then we kind of gave it right back to them in the first half. So tough loss for the Bearcats, but season ain't over. A whole lot of season left to be played, and a lot to improve upon. We'll see y'all. Who do we got next week?
Lamar on the road next week. Hopefully everybody travels well. That's one that now all of a sudden is extremely important. We got to get back to even in the win-loss column and press on trying to get to that playoff spot. So good night here. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks for the stats tonight. And we really appreciate you all watching. Tune in next week as we travel to Lamar